to my camera.
Substitution, Woodstock, number 24, Jacob Marsalisi.
Woodstock looking for some sort of offensive rhythm or tempo right now, Casey, and that doesn't help. Gromko with another steal.
He's been all over those passing lanes here in the early going. Dump inside now, Mulkentine back to Gromko. There's a clear look, Mulkentine instead gives it back to Marquez. 3 ball, back iron, Hay. Underneath, Mulkentine, and it's good.
Oh, what the hanging by Mulkentine in the air. The delivery by number 3. Owen Mulkentine.
Early lead here. We got 3:42 remaining in the first period. Dumps out inside, looking for Mathewson. Great job by Gromko. What athleticism from the senior. Knocked it off Mathewson. It'll be NFA ball.
Oh, he's been active on the defensive end. Back-to-back steals. Jumps on the baseline. Brings his lunch pail. NFA basketball.
So what do? You take him out of the basketball game.
All right.
Have a seat, son, and
yep.
We'll get a sub
okay.
into the ball game.
All right.
Into the game. What do you do as soon as you come in the ball game? Let it fly.
Yep.
I like that. Good aggressive look.
Kenyatta peek down there in the ball game for Coach Giusti. Athlete, plays on the baseline, football player as well.
Oh, good look underneath, hang in the air, and a finish from Cole Hackett. Beautifully done by the Centaurs.
Right at peak that time at the rim. He says, take that, Cole Hackett.
Trying to dump it down into Jackson. He's being well defended right now. Little box and one action they got going right now. A little matchup. Now they switch. Wide open 3, and we're going to get a turnover. And I don't think you're going to see Gromko right back into the ball game. We're going to see our first look at Eric Preston. Get back into the ball game. Nice look inside again. There's the cutter. Beautiful look at the Centaurs starting to move the ball. Finished by Mathewson and picking apart this zone for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a little back end action that time by Luke Mathewson, Casey, at the rim. Nice, like I said, the extra pass on the offensive end. Woodstock's going to dig in, play good defense, and you got to find the shooters in the corners if you're playing against NFA.
Good defense on Marquez. They swing. Hay drives baseline, turns it over. Marsalisi picks it off, pushes up for the Centaurs. Into the corner. 3 ball. Short from Mathewson. Jackson spot up straight away. Good.
I got to get him going early. He struggled in the first 3 quarters against Legend the other night. Found his stride late. And NFA was able to close things out. But he's one of those kids. He's a streaky scorer, streaky shooter. Get him some touches. Get a feel for the game. I like that look.
Nice look underneath, blocked by Jackson. Up ahead, Hay. Kicks it back out to Gromko. Nice look to Peak. Good no call right now. How about Gromko's got 4 rebounds already here in the first quarter. 1:30 remaining here in the quarter. 11-7 is the correct score. We got 1:30 and counting. Mathewson and Marsalisi up top.
Anderson calling for the ball on the block. There's Gromko again, another steal, jumping the passing lane.
Rebounds and steals for Gromko. Hay pulls up baseline and knocks it down. Smooth from Nicky Hay.
8 points for Nick Hay, early going, a couple 3-pointers. Carrying the load for NFA. A bit of a zone matchup, a 1-2-2 look here, Casey. The Wildcats looking to trap in the corner.
Oh, I like that look underneath. Saved out of bounds. Again, Gromko did it. That's twice now. Gromko has been the absolute key to NFA's early success. What all hustle plays.
Who's that guy that's going to bring the intangibles, do the little things, the dirty work things? Well, it's number 5 thus far for the Cats.
Some steals, some rebounds, some hustle plays on the defensive end. Mulkentine. Hey, back to Marquez. Woodstock really giving him fits in this zone. They're trying to swing the ball for that open look.
They like to get the ball to the corners on the baseline for that 3-point shot.
You ready? Jackson being hounded by Preston. They're going to go for the final shot here. Up 6 in the early going are the Wildcats. Marquez drives, and we're going to get an offensive foul. Beautifully done. Jake Marsalisi stood his ground for the Centaurs, and they'll get a chance at the last shot of the quarter.
That's a good call there by Dave Cruz, veteran official on the spot. Called the charge, a little clear out with the left arm, and Woodstock will get the last shot of the quarter.
Seconds remaining. In the corner it goes. Pull up, quick launch shot, short, and that's the end of the quarter. 13-7. NFA's on top. Come back, second quarter action on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on day.com.
Ranks that I held in the police department.
There are about 1,000 unsolved murders in Connecticut.
And our department really wanted to solve this.
Case Unsolved, a new podcast from the newsroom at The Day, tells the stories of unsolved murders in Connecticut and the family, friends, and law enforcement left without resolution. Listen at caseunsolvedpodcast.com or your favorite podcast app.
Back at the X-Sports Doctor. Who's that handsome guy?
That's Nick Hay.
It's Nick Hay, that's right.
Boy, Casey with the good jumps out here. 3 3-pointers made in the first quarter for the Wildcats. Just 1 for Woodstock. That's the difference right now. NFA with Jackson and Hay off to a hot shooting start.
Yeah, I really like the intensity.
This NFA little matchup zone defense is tough. They go out and get it on the point. Nick Hay, Gromko.
Johnson, quick 3, short, rebound Mulkentine. Hay is the leading scorer in the game. He's got 8. Oh, there he is. Hay, you got to get it to him earlier. He had that look. Shooter's got to shoot. Little weave action frees Jackson up. Before goes the 3-pointer. A little surprised instead. Drives to the basket. No whistle. And we're going to get a travel. I'm just a little surprised.
He got bumped. He got bumped.
He didn't shoot the wide open 3.
Right.
And then from there, kind of fell to the ground. Now, we have no clock action today, so 7:13 remaining in the half. 13-7 is the correct score, but 7:09 and counting right now.
NFA just going to pack it in and play that zone defense. Trap you on the corner, pinch you up top. A lot of length on the back end with Mason Jackson.
I mean, they got Mulkentine in the middle of it because he's such a good athlete. Get up. The length of Gromko is and then you got Marquez hounding Anderson. There we go. Mulkentine dumps it off. Marquez hangs in the air. Basket is good. And the foul.
The hoop and the harm that time by Xavier Marquez at the rim. Casey off the turnover. NFA showing you a little zip. Getting up the court, running the floor, getting an easy bucket in transition. Xavier Marquez, junior guard. Oh, tough kid's football player. Does a little bit of everything out there.
15-7. NFA on top. And 1, Marquez in and out. With 6:35 remaining here in the first half. Oh, look at the defense. There's right into the trap. Great job. There's Hay trapping Johnson. And there's going to be a loose ball, and quickly recovering is Hackett. Underneath, Mathewson has a look. Nice touch around the basket. Luke Mathewson can finish. There's a good cut right there for Hay. You got to see it. They got to see him.
Yeah, a little backdoor cut, a little Princeton style.
Marquez hangs in the air. Marquez can't finish, but there's Mulkentine. He hangs in the air. Floater, short, tipped around.
Third chance opportunity here for the Cats.
And a sloppy pass from Mulkentine, and Woodstock takes advantage. Marquez reaches in, picks Anderson's pocket, drives, knows that Gromko is behind him. He can't finish. Great defense by the Centaurs. And we're going to get a walk on Marquez as he spun around. That was Cole Hackett on the 2-on-1 and did a great job anticipating Gromko's cut. There's a missed opportunity for the Wildcats. Johnson, swing pass.
And a boxing 1 right now with Marquez on Anderson.
Swings, inside there's Anderson again. In the baseline there's Mathewson for 3, no good, strong rebound, weak side, Hay. In the corner, Gromko back up top, Mulkentine. You know those guys aren't going to be your shooters. You got to focus as Jackson and Hay. Mulkentine says, I'll shoot it, and I'll bury it.
Yeah, take that, Casey O'Neill. From the corner, nothing but net.
Number 3, with a 3, right in the face of the game day guy. Biggest lead of the game is 9, 4:35 remaining here in the half. Dump side inside, Mathewson, blocked by Jackson. Jackson will push in the other direction. All the way to the back, jump step, no foul.
No call.
3 ball, knocked into the Gromko. Andrew Gromko has been a little bit of everything here in the first half.
Woodstock wants to call a timeout, and I don't blame him. NFA creating offense off of defense and some hot shooting from behind the three-point line, nearly 21-9.
21-9, we have 4:14 remaining here in the first half. We apologize, our clock is down right now, but the score is correct, 21-9. NFA on top. And of course, game 2 immediately following this one, scheduled for 6 o'clock. The number 1 seeded Waterford High School Lancers and the Fitch Falcons, your Cinderella team in the ECC.
Yeah, Fitch had a big win the other night against London at home. Find themselves against a daunting task of taking on the Waterford Lancers. I like Fitch.
And this becomes, it's the question of which of these two teams. I think everyone thinks, a Waterford NFA game would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Mason Jackson is a sophomore getting to play at Mohegan Sun. That's going to be fun for him.
Stonington St. Bernard's in the first game. That should be a lot of fun, too, the rubber match.
Red Sox beat the Yankees 8-5 today down in
Fort Myers
baseball.
or Tampa?
I believe they were in Tampa. Big win. Sox right there already defending their World Series crown. 8-5 comeback victory too, by the way. Bullpen looked great. Don't need Craig Kimbrell at all. Somebody closed it right out. I heard Bryce Brentz had 3 hits today, by the way. Early MVP candidate for the Red Sox. 3 ball from the wing. No good. Look at Jackson up high. And Cole Hackett will get the foul. He bridged him.
Well, right now, NFA doing 2 things that Woodstock isn't. They're owning the boards, they're creating turnovers, and they're knocking down 3-point shots. That's the difference. 21-9 right now.
Marquez will run the point for the Wildcats. Jackson, spot up 3, high arcer, short, gets his own rebound, kicks it up top. In the corner it goes. Gromko.
You thought about it.
Hay will through and bury it. Nicky Hay for for Trey.
The shooter's touch. It came off the bus with the Wildcats tonight, didn't it?
Yeah, Nick Hayes shooting the ball. We've been waiting for this for a while. He was not shooting his best basketball earlier. He is lighting it up right now. Dumped inside. Great defense from the Wildcats. Back iron, no good off of Morin. In the corner it goes. Morin will try again. Short. And there's Gromko with another rebound. Taking their time, biggest lead of the game. Oh, there's Anderson, nice anticipation. He jumped inside, knocked it out of bounds. And we're gonna see a couple of subs. Mathewson will come back into the game, and Preston for the Centaurs.
You know, right now, too, Casey, NFA's defense really disrupting things for Woodstock on the offensive end. They're struggling. Can't find anything. Wilson looks at the offensive end. Right now, NFA's taking advantage.
6 rebounds for Gromko in the first half.
Yeah.
With
a couple of steals.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. He's knocked down a 3, couple steals, 6 rebounds. It's like a stat film. Mulcantine's feeling good. Oh, where you been, Nolan Mulcantine?
Man. On fire.
Right now, poor Woodstock's like, really? The NFA decided to
They're not hitting the rim on those 3-point shots
Golden State
either.
Warriors right now. Mathewson underneath, blocked by Jackson. Good interior defense from the sophomore. You know, if Mulcantine's going to knock down threes with Hay, Mulcantine, and Jackson, this team becomes very, very difficult to guard.
For a lunch pail guy like Grumko out there, too, and you got to get things clicking.
Mulcantine drives. Buck up top, Gromko. 2 minutes remaining here. Oh, great defense, Chase Anderson. I think Mulcantine tried to do a little too much that time. 27-9 with just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. NFA on top. How they're hounding Chase Anderson up top, double team him. He's just determined though. He was going to bull his way through that one. Mathewson inside, over the top of Jackson. Well done, Cole Hackett.
They're going to have to make the extra pass, 2-3 passes to find the open man when you get 3 bodies on Anderson.
Jackson, 3-ball, short, back iron, good rebound, Anderson. And we're down, minute 15 seconds remaining here in the half. And they got Anderson trapped, he gives it up quickly, and it's swung around to Mathewson. Hackett spins, and we're getting a foul on the floor on Mulcantine. We'll see Peak check back into the ball game for NFA, and Ethan Adams and Jake Marsalisi back into the ball game for Woodstock.
You know, it's kind of like shell shock when a team comes out and starts firing on all cylinders from the 3-point line, and Woodstock's just got to settle themselves down a little bit. Try to find somebody other than Anderson to score some points. He's getting a lot of attention out there in the offensive end.
They're getting the ball into the paint well. You just got to have someone finish. Great interior defense from the Wildcats. 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. NFA with a commanding 16-point lead. Marquez running the point. Now Gromko. Mulcantine. Oh, he had the 3-ball. Gave it up because they just want that one shot. Oh, he wanted to shoot that 3-ball desperately. He's been feeling it tonight, has Nolan Mulcantine, but NFA wants to go into the locker room up no fewer than 16 points. There's the trap. Swing, Marquez all the way to the basket, hangs. Left-handed layup is good, and the foul. Perfectly done by the Wildcats. Weak side rotation. Marquez with the basket, and he'll shoot the bonus. And the biggest lead of the game is 18 for the Wildcats. 14.6 seconds remaining here in the first half. 1 for Marquez. Back iron, it doesn't get the shooter's touch. Anderson will push up for Centaurs. He's hounded, double teamed. Not much there, top of the key. Marsalisi swings, 3-ball from the wing is good. Eric Preston at the buzzer brings Woodstock a little bit closer. It's a 15-point NFA lead at the half. 15-point lead, the Sports Doctor with Chris Giusti. I don't think his mic is on. Thank you, Sports Doctor. Happy NFA Wildcats team right now, up 15 at the half. We will be back with halftime action, though. We're going to take a quick break and come on back on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I give you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on theday.com.
We've been one of the last 2 years. We've been sad that when it's at Mohegan Sun, we didn't get there. So the kids really worked hard all week, preparing and getting ready for that game. So we're ready.
Well, you set high expectations for yourself and for your kids. So this is kind of something you guys have been working for all year.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of our preseason goals was to win the regular season, win the ECC tournament, and then win a state championship. So, we got our first one down, and now, we'll go after the second one on Tuesday.
It's the rubber match against Stonington. They picked you off a couple weeks ago in their place. It's game 3. Is there something you may have learned from that second game at their place we can kind of build on?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team, and we're a good team. And, all year we've been the best 2 teams in our division. So, it's going to be fun. Our kids are excited. I know their kids are excited. So, we'll see what happens when we get there on Tuesday.
Now, you like this format. You like the 2 divisions in the league. You like the Division II and Division I. How special is it, for the players to be able to play on Tuesday night at Mohegan?
Yeah, no, it's very special for both groups, for the for the Division I and the Division II. And like I said before, we have a unique league that's got so many teams from so many different places. So I thought that they did a good job, and they did, the kids justice in making the 2 leagues. I think it's really good for our kids.
Do you enjoy the moment? Do you enjoy the victory today? Do you embrace the game on Tuesday and not look too forward to the state tournament?
Oh no, I mean, all we're thinking about is Tuesday. I enjoyed it after we won, but right now it's on to Stonington, so we got to get prepared. Our kids got to get ready because, it's a big moment for them too. To win 3 championships in a row, that's saying something. That's leaving a legacy. So, that's what we want to do, and we're going to work really hard towards it.
Well, listen, good luck on Tuesday night. You've done a great job with the program. 3 years in a row playing at least for a shot at the championship and could possibly win it. That's got to say something about the kids you've had there, too.
Oh, no, our kids have been great. I mean, even think about DeAndre Williams, man. Like, he's one of our best players. He could be a starter on our team. He should be a starter, you know, but for the betterment of the team, he said, I'm going to come off the bench. Like, that's huge. And that means a lot for the other kids, too. So how can you complain or anybody complain if one of your best players says, I'll come off the bench for the betterment of the team? So I think we have a great group. Max, you know, Quincy, everybody. So I'm really happy with this, guys.
You're going to be there Tuesday. I'm going to be there Tuesday. Casey, I know you're going to be there Tuesday. Coach, congratulations. Good luck. We'll see you at the Mohegan Sun.
Okay,
all right. Case.
Doctor. Well, very happy to bring in the host of Ironclad Stats, Jake Irons. I know you were here. You've been here a long time today. I know a proud Plainfield High School student. You've been here since about, what, 12 o'clock today? All right, so what did you see? What do you got for us here from the first half?
Casey, Ironclad Statistics reported some serious stats this half. Let's start off with the leading scorer for the Wildcats. It was Nicholas Hay. He led the team with 11 points. Then let's go to the leader in rebounding. It was Andrew Grunko. He had 6 rebounds working the boards. Then let's go to assists. Nolan Molkentine. He had 5 assists. And now let's flip it, go to the other side of the bench, and that was the Centaur. Luke Matheson has 6 points right now, and he's their leading scorer. And then leading rebounder, Chase Anderson, grinding it out down low with 3. And the leading assistant was Cole Hackett with 3. And that's your leaders right now, as of right now.
So earlier today, you saw St. Bernard's kind of sticking to the Plainfield Panthers today. We saw Stonington eke out a victory, so we're going to have the battle of Stonington and St. Bernard's at Mohegan Sun on Tuesday night. From what you've seen of those two teams, you like the way St. Bernard's plays basketball? You think Stonington has a chance to beat them for the second time?
I really like how it's being played right now for St. Bernard's. They did a great job of distributing the ball, and not one person, every person had a point. It was very clear to me that Mark Jones wants to distribute the ball for their Saints so that everyone had a point. Well,
we're going to be about 3 minutes away from second half action. So we're going to come back here to the X momentarily, but for the moment, we're going to show one of our features from earlier this year, and we'll be back with about 3 minutes here at the X. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. Parker, time, deep on the side, has Pomeroy, and it's intercepted and get caught! Oh, what a catch by Pomeroy. It went off the hands. Haas had the interception, and instead Pomeroy stayed with it for the big gain.
Pass out in the flat, and a little hook and ladder play that time.
Underneath route and a little hook and lateral. Pomeroy has it. Pomeroy's heading for the end zone, and he gets in. Touchdown, NFA! Tate took the pitch to Lucas. Touchdown, Falcons. So Parker will punt it away for NFA. It's a fake to the up man, and it's all going to depend on the
I don't think he got it.
Oh, now he laterals it back to Parker. Plays live. Parker's in the open. What did I just see?
Salem out of the gun, fakes it to Hart, throws across the middle, and the ball is intercepted by Marquise Smith at the goal line.
Parker from the shotgun, keeping it, looking to throw, throws it, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Cresswell. Randall stands in his own end zone, high snap, and it's blocked. And that is going to be a safety. Helbig came in and blocked the punt. This is going to throw. Pressured, and there it is. There's the second safety of the game, and who gets it? Nick Helbig. Crosses field, gets a block on the outside from Burgess, leapfrogs a defender. Preston eludes one man. We're back here at the X, 15-point halftime game for the NFA Wildcats. Chris Juicy seemed happy at halftime.
Yeah, I talked about some red-hot shooting, and he talked about some fantastic defensive play and not giving them a lot of easy looks. So he was very pleased going into the locker room. It doesn't happen very often with Coach.
No, but I think he's got to be thrilled with the point distribution, too. I mean, Molkentine, Gromko, Jackson, Hay, Marquez, all had moments of scoring there in the first half.
That was the best half of basketball I've seen NFA play all year long. I've seen them half a dozen times. They were clicking on all cylinders. some transition buckets going on. They were knocking down three-pointers. They were flying to the ball. Rump going to defensive end. And a lot of guys doing a lot of different things. And when that happens for a team, Casey, they're tough to beat. For Woodstock, they're going to try and figure out how they're going to score some points. That's the main thing. If it's not going to be Anderson, if he's in a box and one, well, who's going to score the basketball for us?
When we did, we had our ironclad stats at halftime, and what stood out to me is three different names showed up in the NFA side of things. So different point leader, different assist leader, different rebounder. Total team effort so far. They are a half away from playing at the Mohegan Sun Tuesday night as the first half of our Division I Boys Championship. 29-14. NFA is on top here as we start the second half. And there's a quick look. Gromko on the layup, knocks it down.
Gromko's done a little bit of everything thus far for Coach Chris Giusti.
Hey, not only do we have the score, the clock's back working again. Mike DeMoro, otherwise known as Tech Wizard.
Dr. I.
That's for innovation. 3-ball, Marquez. Short iron, no good, strong rebound, Mathewson. But right now, everything is working for NFA.
Had a little fun with the student section down there in the corner.
Anderson pulls up. He's going to shoot 3.
He's over there. A picture of the sports doctor, and they're already telling you, we'll see you at the Mohegan Sun on Tuesday, Doc.
Well, they're confident. They're up 17 here that they're going to be at the Sun. The Centaurs, I give credit to the 12 kids that traveled all the way from Woodstock. Appreciate
Long
that.
ride.
Appreciate the effort. I do. Chris Giusti looks good today, too.
Oh, he's sharp. Is he not?
Did you see the socks? The socks are the best part of the ensemble. Got the matching striped socks. If you talk to him after the game, I want to ask if he'll show him the socks.
Yeah, he's tremendous.
Second one good for Anderson.
He's great at halftime,
Why wouldn't you be in a good mood? Your team just played the best half of the year. What's there to be? What is there to be grim or glum about?
He doesn't blurt out his answers. He's very
measured.
Yes, yes, that is a strong statement. It's a good statement, accurate statement.
Marquez picks up the dribble now. Gromko, Jackson on the baseline, spins, nothing there. Great defense. Centaurs intercepted by Mathewson. That was good defense by Aiden Moore and
good help defense that time, Casey.
Man, Anderson's like a bull in a china shop when he gets his little head of steam, huh?
He gets a lot of attention over there at the defensive end.
Morin took that one off the face, but recovered. Now they're doubling Anderson every time they can. He hangs in the corner. Johnson foregoes the 3. Pull up is back iron, no good, and there's a strong rebound. Mulkentine, and Anderson picks up the foul. But you think Chase Anderson's getting some attention?
Oh yeah, 2 or 3 bodies at a time. Double team every time he gets the basketball. A lot of work there on the defensive end for NFA. If there's one guy that's going to beat him, it's not going to be Chase Anderson.
And I haven't seen, their ability to, because Jackson's done such a good job at sort of being a rim protector for them. There hasn't been many opportunities for baskets otherwise. Mulkentine kicks straight ahead. Gromko, no good. And it'll be Woodstock ball. I think it's the first miss we've seen today from the Wildcats.
NFA student section showed up, though. I'll give these kids a lot of credit. He's showing up all year long.
The semifinals of the ECC tournament. Where else you got to be? Listen, they have had a tough time of it. They had one of their games postponed, put at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Gromko kicks it back up top. Marquez, now he drives. Corner, Jackson hangs in the air, and he can't finish, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Boy, he is smooth. The hang, the glide, Mason Jackson, huh? He is going to be a tough out in the next 2 years.
I said this about Chris Dunn as a sophomore. I said it about Dev Ostrowski as a sophomore. And I'm going to say it about Mason Jackson as a sophomore. When he gets a little bit stronger.
Yes.
In the next year or 2, he's going to go up on things like that.
And flush it.
Yes, he is. And otherwise, when he draws that contact, he's going to score at the rim and not go to the line.
He'll take the body and stick it through the middle of the rim. I agree.
I said Dev as a sophomore. I remember I said next year he's going to go up and he's going to start flushing those, and he did. Yeah. Dunn did as well. I think Jackson's going to get a little stronger.
2 steps on the baseline and throw it down, yeah.
And there's a chance if he keeps growing that you're going to see some drop step dunks out of him as well.
Got long arms.
Oh, yeah.
Tough on the defensive end. Very active.
I asked him what he thought about the new London NFA game, right, 2 years from now. He said,
athletes.
He said there's going to be a lot of athletes on the floor in 2 years.
You know, NFA has been one of those teams all year long. We kind of kept an eye on, we talked about Waterford, we talked about East Lyme, and injury to Dev. Who is that next team? Who's going to step up and make that move to push Waterford? Well, I think we might look at it right now. I mean, up by 18 with 5:30 left to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back and look at the open of the Ledgerd NFA game, I said, it's about getting into the conversation. Who's going to get into the conversation with Waterford and at that time East Lyme? And we said NFA wanted to be in the conversation. And they have gotten themselves now, I think, as the definitive second best team. They have an opportunity Tuesday night to do something pretty special. Pull-up jumper is good. Cole Hackett. The second time we've seen him knock down a straightaway, Jay.
Good look that time from the senior.
Jackson drives, hangs. No foul.
He took a shot.
Dave Cruz saying we're going to let him play. Kick out. Looking inside for Mathewson. Hackett drives. He hangs. Wild shot, back iron. Mulkentine clears. Trapped by Anderson.
NFA Casey doing a good job on the glass.
Oh, Marquez! Touchdown! Hey! Xavier Marquez with a whistle. Mathewson kicks back up top. 3 ball from the elbow, no good, just out on the wing.
One and done again on the offensive end for Woodstock as Mason Jackson owns the glass.
NFA has done a fabulous job of limiting second chance opportunities from Woodstock.
Yeah, rebounding, 50-50 balls, knocking down open threes, terrific crisp passing. You just saw one there to Hay on the other side of the rim. Just things are clicking right now for Chris Juicy and the Wildcats.
Marquez picks up his dribble, Mulkentine. Woodstock now packing it in a little bit more. They're going to try to give up the play Jackson, give up the rest of the perimeter. But Marquez with the left hand can't finish. But Jackson tipped around, missed opportunity. Centaurs are off and running. Zip pass underneath. Oh, beautiful pump fake. Oh, Mason Jackson says, I'm bad. Got a little different MJ. That wasn't wasn't Michael Jordan. That was Michael Jackson.
Yeah, not in my house.
He swatted out way. Woo! I'm bad. I'm bad.
Up, aren't you, my friend?
Know it. Up top, 3 ball, in and out, and Jackson and Anderson. I like those two. Marquez comes out of the pack, the little guy. Bounce pass off the foot of a Centaur, and it'll stay NFA ball. Wouldn't you know, Jackson and Anderson go up, banging around for it.
And Marquez comes out of the scrum with the basketball. A football player, tough guy.
What happens? Two mastiffs go for a bone, and it's the little Chihuahua that comes out of the pack with a bone.
Tough kid, though, boy.
Oh, absolutely. We saw him throw some sticks on people in football. Mulkentine hangs.
Speaking of football, right there. That's a big time basketball move right there. Look, clear out your shoulder, create a little space, and knock down the window jumper.
We know how good an athlete he is. Right? We see Mulkentine all the time, athletically, wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers. Teams from the other areas of the state come down. Your Cheshires, your Xaviers, your Darians. Guess what? Nolan Mulkentine stands out. He stands out. He's a heck of an athlete. And that's where I believe football does a lot for these two guys, Marquez and Mulkentine. Their toughness comes over to basketball. We saw it with TJ Horner.
Yeah.
Nice spin move, baseline, and the basket. I like Cole Hackett. The senior is doing everything he can to keep Woodstock in this thing.
Well, he's working. He's working. He's calling for the basketball. He's working his way to the rim. He works his way to the free throw line. Listen, it's yeoman's work out there. We like to see, again, who is going to score the basketball? The leading scorer is getting triple teamed out there. Who's that next guy?
It's not going to be Chase Anderson, right? That's
No.
They made their minds up about that. Hackett knocks it down and
Hackett's had a nice game.
leads back to 17. NFA has been in control since the beginning.
And I would assume the NFA would be very deliberate with the basketball from here on out.
Yeah, they're gonna. If Woodstock's gonna sit in a zone, NFA is gonna make him play. And or Mason Jackson.
Three-pointer, yeah.
Mr. Jackson, if you're nasty.
So there you go. Sit back in the zone. Not going to come out and play us. We're going to milk the clock a little bit and then drill a three-pointer in the corner.
So, I like the commentary. Sports Doctor says, they're going to be deliberate. I chime in, if you're going to stay in a zone, we're going to sit back and make you play. And Jackson says, guys, I don't know if you know this. My name is Mason Jackson, and I can shoot the three ball.
He told us, didn't he?
20-point lead.
There you go. There's the surf club right there, huh? The Lancers.
There's
Ready
Thor.
Yeah. Look at J.J. Brennan. No, he's moving a little bit too. Wow.
J.J. Brennan with my favorite line of all the all-game day interviews today.
I don't like the sand?
I don't like the sand.
Yeah. Pretty honest answer, is it not?
He said it, though. He said it sort of like someone who says, I don't like spiders.
Yeah.
Or I don't like snakes. It's like, I don't like sand. Almost as if...
I'm not a big fan of spiders or snakes myself.
No, but the sand, you don't mind. The Sports Doctor doesn't
like
mind the sand.
Just on the golf course.
I've been in more sand on the golf course than the last 6 surfers. More than Dylan Eckert. Jackson went for the steal, out of bounds. It'll stay Centaur ball.
I mean, and they like to jump those passing lanes off that double team Casey. They try to get the double. If they don't trap, then they jump passing lanes on the wings very well. And Jackson with those long arms, dangerous. There's the double again.
Anderson baseline, hangs in the air, and we're going to get an offensive foul. What a great job.
Peak on the back end of that, yeah. Kenyatta, Peak stepping in, Casey, taking over the rim. And again, it's the defense right now. That's, we talk about a 20-point lead and hot shooting, but they're playing great defense.
Yeah, Chase Anderson has had a rough time of it so far. They have just absolutely just drew his 3rd foul, and he's out of the game. And he's just been
frustrated.
I mean, I can't imagine being good at anything, being so good at something that get this much attention. Jackson drives. Now they're hounding him down low. And a tip. Mathewson had a chance at it. Loose ball. Johnson up ahead. Mathewson drives, and we're going to get a block underneath on Marquez.
That's beyond Peak.
Oh, nope. Actually, we're both wrong. Foul is going to be on. It's going to be on Scherer.
Sure.
Yep. Osmond Scherer got the foul. Carlos Montron checked into the ball game now for NFA. Not to be critical of Woodstock. I don't want to be demeaning to them by any stretch of the imagination, but nice hang in the air. Hackett's been awesome.
He's been their best player today.
But NFA can jump those passing lanes because they don't feel threatened by the penetration of Woodstock.
And you got some guys in the back end of that defense too, Casey. If they leave themselves a little exposed up front, they got some good guys in the rim to protect the rim.
Exactly. Strong rebound, pushing the other way. Wildcats. Montron gets stuck on the baseline, trapped out of bounds. It'll stay NFA basketball. Andrew Gromko will check back in. Montron will go to the bench. Not much there. 5 seconds. Yep. We're going to get a timeout, Chris Giusti. Now, let me ask you a question. Up 18 points with 53 seconds left in the 3rd period. Would you call a timeout there to avoid the 5-second violation?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good timeout?
Sure.
Teachable moment?
Absolutely. How about you this morning?
I called 2 30-second timeouts in the first 3.5 minutes of the game.
How'd you guys make out today? Did you guys win?
11-0 at the end of the first period. We were up. Got as high. We were
11-0.
Shut them out in the first quarter.
Yeah.
We're up 18-2, and they came with a 10-0 run to end the half. And we mixed it up in the second half, pulled away for a 7-point win.
Yeah. You have a lot of fun with that, aren't you?
Kids played well.
Over there,
Kids played well today. And I give them credit. The Woodstock cheer. You know what? Those guys left their houses at 8 o'clock this morning.
That's a long ride. You been to Woodstock?
I don't even know where Woodstock is.
Yeah, Woodstock. Yeah.
It's up in the Northeast somewhere.
A music festival there one year?
That's right. That Woodstock.
I
saw Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock.
Right.
Now, you know how I know Woodstock? The great Mark Allard.
Mark Allard, yeah.
He's here. He is the Woodstock media persona. Jackson kicks it back out, and NFA will probably take a chance here at the last shot again. Or hail launch and bury a 3.
Just like on cue. I mean, you are coaching a coach's game right now, aren't you?
Nick Hay says,
okay, Casey.
Whatever you say there, game day guys. And that's going to be Hackett. I'll give you what, Cole Hackett has been doing work in there. He has been the answer to that question. Who's going to score with Chase Anderson on the bench?
Who's going to step up? Who is going to step up?
First foul on Peak, and Hackett will shoot 2.
So I think that this is Chris Giusti's, 6-year coaching? 5th or 6th-year coaching?
Okay, sounds about right.
It's 6-year coaching. So, I mean, what the point I'm trying to make is NFA won the championship 6 years ago with Marcus Otto.
Yes.
In his first year against this Woodstock team.
Yes. And 6 years later, they were going to get to the finals.
Yeah, it looks like
Woodstock
it.
Team. All right.
Hey, you guys. We're not going to break. We're just
20-point Wildcat lead. Hey, feeling it. 3-ball, short, tipped, Peak underneath. He'll draw the foul. Give
good
credit
work.
to Marquez,
Marquez on the back end. Good work. I was going to say that. Went up and got it, kept the ball alive, tipped around a little bit. Kenyatta, Peak, right place, right time.
I told Coach Luzzy after the game, Stonington Coach Luzzy, because they were in a tight one with Griswold today.
Whoa.
I said, I think, a lot of our game day fans wanted to see St. Bernard's Stonington Part 3, the rubber match, right? So I said, had Griswold pulled the upset, as a coach, I would have been a little upset. Our fans, I think, would have been a little disappointed. He said to me, he goes, that's really what I did for inspiration, Casey. I said, I was thinking, I got to really make sure that I don't disappoint the guys of game day.
Yes.
Down the stretch.
Would you call Coach John Luzzy colorful?
Oh, absolutely.
Is that an understatement?
Absolutely.
It's an understatement.
He's like a tie-dye shirt. Kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Very bright and colorful.
Kind of in your face.
Much like a tie-dye shirt.
Yep.
So you realize we've talked tie-dye and Woodstock. So Gromko, I think, misread the scoreboard there. Let that one go a little bit early with a little extra power. You realize we've talked tie-dye and Woodstock in the last 2 minutes.
Yes.
Jimi
Hendrix?
You know what that means?
What's that?
That means a 21-point lead by somebody in this ballgame. You don't talk about Woodstock and stuff. At the buzzer here, end of 3, 21-point lead for NFA. We'll keep it here. Moving on towards, we'll talk a little bit about the game coming up here after this. Earlier in the year, you said that you really liked Fitch. Thought they were on the come. They were starting to play a little better. I said, that New London Fitch game was going to be very interesting because I thought New London was starting to play better too.
Sure.
And Fitch, who's almost as young as New London,
right,
played with a lot of maturity down the stretch, has their opportunity today against Waterford.
I think it's been a process for Fitch. I mean, they got off to a shaky start. They kind of figured things out in the middle of the season, and the team got better as the season went along. And again, I think it's a combination of some really good athletes, who are trying to become really good basketball players. And, when you're beating a Fitch team, beating a Ledger team, or hanging tough against certain other teams, I think it speaks volumes from what, Charlie Sylvan's done over there. He's done a pretty decent job this year.
Step up in competition now, though.
Oh, huge. I mean, listen, I was at a game here about a month ago where it was 22-2 after the first quarter. I mean, Waterford was all over. So, but at least they're making the steps they need to make as a program.
Well, I think I'm really looking forward to this next semifinal because I think Fitch is playing with house money. They're going to come in and just be loose. And I think Waterford in front of the home fans.
I like watching Waterford play basketball. I've enjoyed them the last 3 years.
Well, here's the thing that is interesting. We're so used to the finals of the ECC tournament being here at the X. These Waterford kids are playing, ironically, they're playing to not play here again. Like, they're playing this game so they can go to Mohegan Sun. Gromko blocked nicely. Jackson, jump step, tipped.
And one thing with Jackson that time, he took the ball into the traffic. He's tall enough where he can rise up and just hit that little 3-foot jump shot.
Jackson does a nice job, finds Hackett, he knocks it down. Anderson gets triple teamed, finds Hackett, Hackett knocks it down. That should have been the game plan all night. And there's almost a steal. Gromko comes up with it. Mulkentine will give it back to Jackson. Spot up three by Jackson is front rim and the touch.
Oh boy, the shooters roll from Mason Jackson. Front of the rim, back of the rim, front of the rim, through the net.
Like, I need the help, right? Come on, Mason, you don't need the help. Jackson, who, by the way, had 5 rebounds in the third quarter. So he has been a shooter, he's been a rebounder, a rim protector, a little bit of everything.
Quick hands there to defensive end, too.
Oh, beautiful touch from Hay, and it couldn't get handled by Mulkentine. There's the irony. The all-state wide receiver couldn't catch the pass.
Place starting to fill up here a little bit. We have a nice crowd for the second game.
Yes.
Waterford faithful will come.
And I like the kids who, nice move underneath. Hackett,
yeah.
He's been lights out. I like the kids who've been here. Like Max Lee was here to play at noon. You look out there, he hasn't gone anywhere. So some of the St. Bernard Saints that have been here since probably 11 o'clock this morning, they aren't going anywhere. Jackson for 3. Got it!
Cash, money, Mason Jackson. And long arms, rise up, knock down the 3. Casey, he didn't hit the rim with that shot.
There they go, double M Anderson again. We're going to get a foul out on the perimeter on Gromko. NFA has settled into this 20-point lead rather nicely. Mathewson now on the perimeter. Swing, inside it goes.
Good defense here by the Cats.
Straight ahead, 3-ball, back iron and up and over. Oh, that one doesn't get to go. Hit the rim, went off the stanchion and back through the basket. That's one of those Larry Bird.
Yeah, my McDonald's shots there off the backboard over the...
Off the catwalk and
yeah.
Nothing but net. So we talked about Gromko filling up the stat line, right? So he's had probably, half a dozen points, half a dozen rebounds, half a dozen steals. He's got 3 fouls, too. He wants to be in every category on the stat sheet. Turned it over a couple times just to make sure.
Yeah,
just to make sure he fills it up.
He's not perfect.
He just wants to fill it up. NFA is going to take their time. And again, on cue. That's all I got to say.
That's it, yeah. This is why you're broadcasting the game and not coaching it.
I tried doing that today with my 6th graders. We had a 7-point lead with
tried to put the game on ice?
30 seconds left in the first half, and I was just like, hey, let's take
boy.
our time. Let's get a good shot here.
Boy.
That's a guaranteed turnover every time. I should have kept my mouth shut. Swinging around. 3-ball is good. Aiden Morin knocks down the triple.
Yeah, good look that time from Morin from the wing. Casey, extra pass. Find the open shooter. He knocks it down. Let's see if Woodstock can build off that. Just under 5 to go, down 17. They're going to need some stops on the defensive end.
Yeah, they got to come out in that man. So now you're going to see a lot of high ball screens try to free up Jackson. Yep, little weave now.
Yep.
Hay and Gromko. Marquez got a lot of good ball handlers on the floor right now.
Good guard play, yeah. Tremendous.
Everybody on the floor for what NFA can handle.
Yeah.
Oh, nice trap there on Mulkentine. NFA is going to take the air out of it.
5 wing players and then Mason Jackson. 4 wing players and Mason Jackson.
I think Jackson's a wing player too, and he
with a little size, yeah, with a little more size. No true big man out there right now for NFA.
No, and I think that's the you're looking at NFA. I don't mean to jump ahead to next year, but next year that backcourt of Marquez and Jackson is going to be just really difficult to deal with. They're going to have to find some size next year, or else Jackson's going to find himself having to do everything.
So I guess that would be NFA's Achilles heel if they head into Tuesday night. I mean, especially if they matched up against a team like Waterford. You know, Waterford's big up front. Ryan O'Connell, Liam Spellman. They got some bodies up there.
Yeah, that's where
Sutton.
the mismatches come. I think, Spellman's going to play Jackson. That's the challenge.
Yeah.
You'll see Sutton get some time on him, but
there's Max Lee.
Spellman's going to play on Jackson a lot. It's going to be who guards Ryan O'Connell and Peyton Sutton. You're going to have to guard J.J. Brennan.
Yeah.
But who guards those guys?
Oh, Mitchell College. And ECC champions today.
At home.
Right down the road, yeah.
Game I would have liked to have
Todd
gone to.
Peretz.
Yep.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Good year.
To the Mitchell College champion basketball. We like that.
Yeah.
Keep those championships in New London.
Well, I want to see that student section from NFA on Tuesday night turn out in full force.
There's the brain trust right there. So do you like the pepperoni pizza with the extra cheese? Well, I really find that broccoli on a pizza can be a nice way of saying you eat a salad. That's what they're really talking about.
Of course.
There's a backdoor cut. Nice job. Centaurs intercept the pass. We're going to get a timeout.
Now, would you call timeout there?
Well, Woodstock has to. You're down 17. You're still playing to win with 4 minutes remaining. Oh, a full time.
Let's go a full or 30.
The other day, the referee says to me, Coach, you want a full or a 30? I said, can I just put them all together and take a 6-minute timeout?
That's halftime.
They said,
What's
no,
you call halftime?
Woodstock is out of timeouts with 4, just in case down the stretch they needed one. 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Yeah, I make the officials laugh whenever I can. Today, there was a backcourt violation, and I yelled, that's backcourt. The official calls it, turns to me with a slow head turn and goes, thanks for the help, Coach, but I got it. I said, well, listen, I was afraid maybe you blinked, you could have sneezed.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. Your eyes could be shut.
Yeah, I got you. Now, do you give the referees a hard time? Do you just tease them? Or do you point out fouls? I mean, are you intellectual with them? I mean, what's your approach?
I never criticize.
I
ask questions.
Okay.
I make jokes with them. I joke about myself. I joke about the other teams. So.
Mitchell College beat Newbury today, 77-69 in overtime to win the NECC title. Big win.
Hackett knocks it down from the baseline.
Boy, how good has Cole Hackett been today, huh? He's at a ball game.
Yeah, the senior really came to play today. We're going to get a touch foul on Marsalisi. I'm not one of those guys who rides the officials. I don't do it well either. It's not in my personality. So I like to think a little bit of sugar goes a long way. Jackson on a nice long pass from Marquez. Busy physical. Mulkentine. And we're going to be down. We're going to try to take a little bit of the time off the clock here. Zip pass underneath. On cue. Marquez to Hay for the basket.
Burned a lot of clock there on your command.
Man, I have to be quiet or else we'll never get any time off this clock. Dump inside. Hackett's been their guy. To a cutting Marsalisi. Too many passes, and Marquez comes out of the pack.
A lot of hands down there for NFA, too. Good defense.
Let's try it again. Oh, underneath it goes. Hey, touch pass. Mulkentine. Beautiful ball movement from the Wildcats. And a turnover the other way. And with just under 3 minutes remaining, the biggest lead of the game for NFA here is creeping up. It's been as high as 22, sitting at 19 right now. A little ball pressure. Inbounds it comes. Mulkentine will take it.
And NFA got off to a hot start, Casey, and they have not looked back one bit.
This has
hot
been
shooting. They have the big lead.
Been an impressive impressive ball game rather. NFA, best we've seen, I think, this year. Marquez, backdoor cut, hangs in the air. Hey, got it. Hackett the other way. No good. Jackson Strong rebound, and we're going to get a foul on Anderson.
Well, the senior Anderson got himself a soccer championship this year with MVP of the game, was he not? If I go back to that, East Lima High School. A little bit. Dave Cornish over to our left. Speaking of the Red Sox, his Red Sox hat on, sporting it.
Red Sox won their spring training debut against the Yankees today, 8-5. Nick Hay, by the way, leading all scorers with 20 points.
Yeah, he's had a good ball game.
Jackson at the line. Knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. Boy, he has a smooth stroke. Does Mason Jackson.
That shooter's touch when you release is at the highest point of your hands. Cedric Maxwell follow through with that back.
So Devistrowski has the highest jump on the jump shot, right? He gets up. Luke Leonard shoots the most arc. I think Mason Jackson is the smoothest of the jump shooters that we've seen. There's a smooth release. Of course, join us for Game 2. We will be back on the air at 5 of 6 for the Waterford Lancers hosting the Fitch Falcons in the second half of our Division I doubleheader here on semifinal Saturday at the X. And we're going to get a silly foul away from the basket on Mason Jackson.
Get a chance to get down there after this game and talk to Coach Giusti and talk to some of the kids and what it means to, you know, again, a return trip to the finals for him, the first time in 6 years. You know, what it means, I guess, for some of these kids to be able to play at the Mohegan Sun.
At the line, shooting 2. Or shooting 1-and-1, I should say, is John Rogers. The senior knocks it down. And he'll shoot one more, 18-point lead for the Wildcats. Second one is good as well, so the senior comes in and knocks down 2 free throws. They're going to come out and play Marquez. Nicely done by Marsalisi. Now Marquez breaks it, hangs in the air, and throws it out of bounds.
Nice to Tim Cook over there in the corner, one of our camera guys. Hey, Tim.
Good pass to Tim. I thought Tim was going to step out and dunk it, but, you know.
No, Tim's got the feet. He doesn't have the hands.
Consummate professional, though. He was going to stay home on the camera. He doesn't want to show off here on game. Underneath, Marsalisi. Up top, 3 ball, short. And out of bounds, it will stay. Woodstock ball, and Johnson will check back in.
You happy with your performance here today by the Cats? You like what you've seen?
It's hard to tell. Again, nothing against Woodstock, but it's hard to tell because this is not a good matchup for Woodstock. NFA is too quick, and they came out lights out. But this performance by NFA sets the stage very well for the final. If it's Waterford NFA has given you reason to think they can play in that final. Peak, basket and a foul.
Peak goes in, takes the hit, send it in. Kenyatta, Peak, huh? He wasn't going to pull that one out.
No. He
takes the time off the clock. He says, I'm going to get to the rim. It's my turn.
I got to talk to Coach Giusti about the concept of milking time. I don't think he has them in doing that right now.
Mason Jackson comes out of the game, gets a big hand from his teammates, student section. Play a good ball game tonight, son.
And it won't be the last time we say that name on game day. Well, love when the freshmen get some time. Maxon Pierre-Louis into the game, the freshman. By the way, we're talking about the size of the future. That's a freshman, number 21. There's your size
about
of the
6'2"
future for NFA.
Yeah.
Watch when he comes back next year, and he and Jackson are the same size. Ethan Adams knocks it down. Baseline, hangs in the air. That was Jared Martin into the ball game for the sophomore guard for the Wildcats. Marsalisi spins. No good, and Martin clears. Up ahead it goes. 3 ball, in and out. Steele hangs in the air. And the finish from Scherer.
Osman
at the rim.
And the NFA cheering section is chanting, "Run to the sun."
Run to the sun.
Oh, nice job, little pick of the pocket there, Marsalisi. And he'll go to the line to shoot too. You want to know what the future of NFA looks like? They're on the floor right now.
It is right there. Cupboard is not bare, that's for sure.
Other than the senior, Sarer, out on the floor right now. You've got a junior and 2 sophomores and a freshman. So cupboard not bare here at NFA, as there are about 28 seconds remaining from a trip to Mohegan Sun. Back iron, no good from Marsalisi.
Trying to get some audience fan reactions.
Second one is good. And 3 ball straight away, in and out from Martin. Clock down to 15 seconds, ticking away. Inside. Hang in the air, nice finish by Eric Preston, and the clock will run out. Your final score, a resounding 21-point win for the NFA Wildcats, 63-42. And the NFA Wildcats have punched their ticket to the Mohegan Sun and the Division I championship game of the ECC Tuesday night, where they will play the winner of our 6 o'clock game, the number 1 seeded Waterford High School Lancers, and your number 4 Fitch Falcons. Mason Jackson and the NFA student section very happy. There they go, a bunch of happy Wildcats cheering it up with the student section because they are running to the sun. Sports Doctor's going to talk to head coach Chris Giusti So a resounding win here for NFA, 21-point win over the Centaurs of Woodstock Academy, punching their ticket to Tuesday night's game. Sports Doctor's going to grab Chris Giusti along with some happy Wildcat teammates, and he's going to be very happy, of course, with his play. As I said, come on back. 5 of 6 will be on the air for the 6 o'clock game. The number 1 seeded Waterford Lancers will take on the number 4 seeded Fitch Falcons here at the X. But the Sports Doctor is down with a happy Chris Giusti and his Wildcats. And we take it away.
So Chris Giusti, I just heard you saying to your kids, we got one more.
Yeah, I mean, I think because it's the Mohegan Sun, everyone's really excited. But we know that we worked so hard in November, December, January to get to February. Even when we lost to Hall, I remember in December, we don't want to be the champions of December. We want to be the champions of March. And end of February is just about March.
Well, talk about the work. You were in that game 6 years ago, your first year as a head coach here at NFA. Now you've got a chance to coach in this game again.
You know, we work on student practice all the time. When we come out that hot, it just gives us confidence for the rest of the game, picks up our defense, and just boosts our energy the whole game.
Yeah, it was a total team effort. Coach, because this game is at the Mohegan Sun, is it extra special, you know, for NFA, you and the kids?
I just want to give a shout out real quick to this guy, number 1. I mean, his defense is so underrated, and without him, the rest of it doesn't work.
The football player mentality out there, wasn't it today, son?
Just gotta lock everybody up, do my job, take all my strength for football, use it on basketball.
Yeah, great win. But talk about the opportunity to play at a venue like Mohegan Sun.
I mean, these guys, you see how excited they are, the students. It'll be cool.
Listen, you guys are gonna be there Tuesday night. Game day, Casey, and the Sports Doctor will be there Tuesday night. I can't wait. We'll see you guys at the Mohegan Sun, huh?
Doctor. All right, let's bring in our Jake Irons, get some ironclad stats, kind of wrap up what we saw here in this game.
And Sports Doctor was just talking to our leading scorer was Hayes. He had 20 points and picked it up with only 5 minutes still in the fourth quarter. So pretty impressive game by Hayes. Rebounder, Mason Jackson. If you think halftime he wasn't our leading rebounder, but he worked the boards that second half and really pulled off. And Nolan Mulkentine had 7 assists, really distributing the ball around. And then for the Centaurs, Hackett had 10 points leading the team. Luke Mathewson with 4, and Cole Hackett with 2 assists. So pretty big outing for the NFA Wildcats.
Yeah, great performance from NFA. Very happy group of Wildcats. We'll be back with Game 2 for the Sports Doctor, for Jake, for Mike DeMoro, Carlos, all the crew. We'll be back at, let's say, 5:55 on the air with the Lancers and the Falcons. So come on back. You've been watching Game Day live on day.com. It's semifinals Saturday, and we've got game 2 with the number 1 ranked Waterford High School Lancers and the number 4 ranked Fitch Falcons at the X, and you have all the action live on game day. Only on theday.com. Casey O'Neill, along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. We saw a very good performance from the NFA Wildcats, punching their ticket to the Mohegan Sun. Stonington and St. Bernard's in the other one. Who's going to make it out tonight?
The run to the Sun, and the doctor looks in his crystal ball, and he says it should be the Waterford Lancers. They've won 34 of their last 35. They're 19-1 this year, but in come the upstart Fitch Falcons, trying to make amends for a loss here a few weeks ago. Casey, this is a very, very difficult spot for Fitch, but if David can slay Goliath, why not here tonight?
Let's take a moment and think about that. 34-1 in their last 35 games. Give me the Chris Dunn, Tyson Wheeler, New London teams. Give me the great NFA teams. 34-1 is remarkable. And everyone loves Cinderella. And Fitch is definitely that. But you almost have to just respect the greatness of what's going on at Waterford right now and say, give me Lancers and give me Wildcats in the final.
Yeah, and it's been a 3-year process, Casey. We saw this starting to happen 2 years ago when Mikey Bissetta was a junior. Last year, everything fell into place. There was a league championship, state championship, and these kids aren't ready to let that go just yet.
No, there's, star power on the Waterford side for sure, but don't sleep on the Falcons. They've got some great players too. So let's take a moment to look at the players to watch in tonight's broadcast.
Sure thing, Casey. For Waterford, let's go with senior guard J.J. Brennan. Senior can beat you on the floor or with his 3-point shooting. His quick first step ability gets him to the rim as well. J.J. also leads the team in steals and likes to go out and get it in the open floor. The kid's a tough competitor, plays with a bit of a chip on his shoulder, and he's looking to lead his Waterford's teammates back to the ECC title on Tuesday night. For Fitch, how about we go with junior swingman Ajaya Brown. Brown is one of those do a little bit of everything players for this Falcon team. Rebounding, scoring, defense, you name it, the junior can deliver. One of the most improved players in the league this year, Brown is ready to break out and show the rest of the league that him and his teammates are ready to take that next step in the league.
We saw Fitch come back against New London in the quarterfinals, and I think what that was interesting is that these are two teams very, very young. New London plays 3 freshmen and 2 juniors and a sophomore. Well, you look at this Fitch team, and yes, they've got the 2 senior guards in Morales and Lucas, but Brown bridges as a junior to the sophomores, Greaves and Bodette. This is a young team as well. It's got a lot of underclassmen on it. Taking the step up in being poised and beating New London was a big deal, but now you're in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, now the heavyweight division indeed, and again, it's talk about the process of Fitch getting better each game and improving, and this is their big test right here. For Coach Charlie Sullivan, this is Charlie's 2nd year with the team, had a rough patch last year, but the kids are kind of bought in a little bit, and I think that's important. If you got a young coach like that, you need a couple of seniors to buy in, and obviously in the junior like Ajaya Brown.
We've been very blessed here on game day over the past 3 or 4 years. Mikey Bissetta transitioning into Devostrowski. We've had some epic battles. This Waterford team, 34-1, makes game day what we are.
Yeah.
And we've been talking now, who are the teams that are going to emerge? We think New London's going to be very good in a few years. Mason Jackson just showed us, is he the next star of the ECC? Well, Ajaya Brown and this Fitch Falcon team wants to be that team next year that fills the void of greatness in the ECC. They want to step up onto that stage.
Yeah, and like I said, I think they have the tools. They have the right makings of athletes and some decent basketball players over there. Our coach is just getting his feet wet a little bit, trying to get himself acclimated with the program and put his own stamp on it. But like you said, this is a big step up for them. But I also think it's a big deal that Fitch is here in this game.
I would agree. That was a big win over the future in the ECC. Fitch New London, it was almost like, let's take a look at the next couple of years. Yeah. We knew Waterford was going to punch their ticket, and they did. They're here at the X, they're home, and tonight should be their ability. Can they get back to the Sun? The last time they played there, they won a state championship.
Yeah, they did. And Lancer Nation's starting to fill up a little bit down there in the corner, Casey, and this is a big night for both these teams, and for this Waterford team especially. This group of kids doesn't want to let last year's group of kids down. And I hate to break the news to you, some of those kids are last year's kids that are on the floor. They don't want to let themselves down.
The only thing missing right now is Lancer Nation. I don't know
where
they are right now. I don't know, is there a concert or something? Because I don't know where they are. But let's turn it over to the PA announcer, Andy Walker.
Welcome to the Division I semifinal contest here at the Sweeney Fieldhouse, featuring the number 4 seeded Fitch Falcons and the number 1 seeded Waterford Lancers. A few reminders before we begin tonight's contest. Please make sure your vehicles are not parked curbside along any road inside the Waterford High School complex, or you will be at risk of being ticketed or towed. Restrooms are located across the hallway from the entrance to the field house. Please take note of emergency exits which are located at each corner of the field house. And please visit the concession stand, which is located through the doors and up the stairs to the left. At this time, we'd also like to thank the Day, Casey O'Neill, Keith O'Brien, Peter Hopi, and the Game Day crew for their outstanding video productions and coverage of ECC sports that is second to none. They do a fantastic job for our high school students. The ECC, along with the CIAC, has made a commitment to promote sportsmanship in all athletic contests. Please show respect for all players, coaches, game officials, and spectators. Anyone violating our standards of sportsmanship will be warned once. Continued violations may lead to removal from the contest. Cheer for your team and not against your opponent. And as important today as ever, please respect the game. And now for this evening's starting lineups for this Division I ECC semifinal matchup. Fitch enters the game with an overall record of 13 wins and 8 losses, led by head coach Charles Sylvan, assisted by Kareem Brown and Brian Riley. And now for the visiting Falcons. At guard, a junior wearing number 11, Ajaya Brown. At guard, a senior wearing number 2, Sean Morales. At guard, a senior wearing number 4, Kiev Lucas. At forward, a sophomore wearing number 15, Seamus Greaves. At forward, a sophomore wearing number 21, DJ Bodette, the Fitch Falcons. Waterford, this year's ECC Division II regular season champion, defending Division III state champions, and defending ECC tournament champions, and ranked 5th in the state, enters tonight's contest with an overall record of 20 wins and 1 loss, led by head coach Bill Bassett, assisted by Mike Chernesky, Tim Leinberg, and Kyle Florio. And now for the Lancers starting 5. At guard, a 5'11" senior, wearing number 5, Kenny Hill. At forward, a 6'5" junior, wearing number 4, Ryan O'Connell. At forward, a 6'3" junior, wearing number 11, Peyton Sutman. At guard, a 5'8" senior, wearing number 1, J.J. Brennan. And at forward, a 6'4" senior, the captain, wearing number 10, Leon Spellman, your Waterford Lancers. Officials for tonight's game are Rich Radiccioni and Tim Ververis. Official score for the game is Mr. Don Connors, and working the clock is Mr. Michael Strecker. Eastern Board 8 are wearing black wristbands in honor of Joseph Josh Chipone, who recently passed away. Josh was a proud and professional member of Board 8 for many years, and also served Eastern Connecticut in baseball and football proudly. He will be greatly missed. Rest in peace, Josh. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the American flag as we pay honor to America, our military men and women currently serving at home and overseas who protect us, and our military veterans, past and present, with the playing of our national anthem.
And we're at the X. Sports Doctor, why don't you take us through the keys to today's game?
All right, Casey, how about we start with Waterford, the Lancers. Tough D. Waterford's bread and butter all year long has been defense. Don't let up now. Get it and go. Get the transition game going early. And home court. Feed off the energy of Lancer Nation and get to the Mohegan Sun and defend their crowd. For Fitch, how about slow going? Control the pace and tempo. Falcons can't get caught up in a track meet with the Lancers. Make shots. Any open look, knock them down. Knock down shots. And believe. This is a young, improved Falcon team. They need to believe they belong in this court tonight with Waterford.
Well, we are ready for a tip-off here at the X. And we'll have Ryan O'Connell jumping it up for Waterford. And Jaya Brown will jump for the Falcons. Little Chicago Bulls look to the Fitch Falcons.
Yeah, old school style there, huh?
Tim Faveras and Rich Radiccioni, the officials tonight.
Veteran crew, would you say?
Oh, absolutely. Tim's got his whistle in a bunch, though, so he's...
Tim could have the best hair in the ECC, could he not?
He's solid. Solid look.
He's right there. He's not Dylan Eckert, but he's close.
That's right. And the guy we know is Rad jumps it up, and Sutton will control for the Lancers. Inside, outside. Hill with the first three ball of the game. Short. Brennan, though, with the rebound, snuck in there. Active. Zip pass underneath. O'Connell can't finish. Bridged a little bit by Greaves, but no call. Good no call. Brown will bring it up for the Falcons.
Straight man-to-man defense here by Waterford, Casey. Been playing this way all year.
Brown goes past Sutman, and he'll draw the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Quick move from Jai Brown.
He's got the length. He's got the reach with the arms. He's got the first step. Junior, well improved from last year. Every year he's getting better and better out there. Handle the basketball a little bit.
Gets the first one to go, a little front rim, and rolls it on in.
You talk about some of the kids you're going to see down the road. He may be one of those kids next year that kind of takes that next step in the league.
Second one back iron, and Kenny Hill skies for the rebound. Fitching a little gimmicky D right now.
Matchup zone D.
Underneath, there's Spellman, and he finishes on a great look from Sutton.
All the bigs can pass. All the bigs can pass to deliver the rock. Sutton can pass, Spellman can pass, O'Connell can pass. Move the basketball.
Morales. That dangerous pass, the length of Waterford across the middle of the court with Spellman, O'Connell, and Sutton. They can really, really cut off those passing lanes at that time. Spellman, you saw, disruptive.
And they're looking for it. They're looking for it in every pass. Can't be lazy with the basketball.
Baseline drive, kick out. Lucas decides to give it up top, and Brown with Sutton on him. Very deliberate, like you said, the Falcons. Morales looks to take Brennan off the dribble. Brown trying to take Sutton one-on-one. Drive to the basket, left-hand finish.
Boy, you like that move, the quick first step, the lefty delivery for the junior. That's a good move.
Sutton was challenging him to go left. He went left. Brennan forgoes the three. Inside to O'Connell, back out to Sutton. Sutton, quick trigger three. Back iron, no good. Morales with the rebound. Spins off of Brennan and pushes. Brennan picks his pocket. He's going the other way. Look at Lucas hustle down the floor, but can't get there in time. And Brennan, the layup finish. Other direction. I think Bodette might have gotten away with
a Euro step?
3 or 4 Euro steps.
Yeah.
He went from Germany through Poland all the way, maybe into the south of
Czechoslovakia?
France. South of France. 3 ball from Lucas, no good. And we're going to get a foul on Brennan as Seamus Greaves had good position, and Brennan can do all he could to keep him out of it.
Yeah, clearing out. A little hip check down there in the corner from number 1. It's all right. JJ, you're not afraid to mix it up. He's a tough, tough kid.
One of the underrated parts of Waterford's game is Liam Spellman guarding the inbounds pass. He is so good at being disruptive. A lot of teams view the inbounds as an opportunity. With Waterford, they view the defensive inbounds as an opportunity to steal the basketball.
They get going. Get that transition game moving. And they go out and challenge everything on the perimeter, too. They give you nothing in the defensive end.
Morales pulls up in Brennan's face, short iron, and O'Connell clears. Oh, zip pass, O'Connell to Spellman. Beautiful look.
He's the pitcher, delivering the goods on cue.
Morales with the left hand, can't finish.
Well, that's the thing there. One and done right now, too, for Fitch, and Waterford looks to push.
Inside, outside, O'Connell. Spellman gets the rebound. Swings, Brennan, open look, 3. Good! Good start for Brennan.
Right back at it on a defensive end from the Lancers, Casey. Again, we talked about not giving an inch, challenging passing lanes, creating offense off of defense.
Brown kicks. 3 ball in and out. Brennan, strong rebound there, and we're going to get a travel as Morales stepped in front of him. That was a good move by Sean Morales.
Yeah, J.J. Brennan was ready to roll. He was ready to go. Let the horses out of the barn, as Danny Spellman would say.
Yeah, he took off without the ball. Look at Spellman's length with Morales inbounding.
Yeah, harassing.
Anticipating, look at that. Such a nice job. And there he comes all the way from behind. Behind the back, Brennan, Hill, pump fake. And Spellman finishes. Everybody touching the ball for the Lancers. And Fitch needs a timeout.
Well, you see the bigs going out and getting it right now for Coach Bill Bassett and the Lancers, Casey. And the defense creating the offense the last 2 or 3 times down the floor for Waterford.
To be clear about what you just saw, Liam Spellman was guarding the inbounds pass. Then recovered to block the shot and finished on the other end.
Yeah.
When do you see someone guard the inbounds pass and finish on the other end?
When it's Liam Spellman in a high school basketball game.
I mean, we called him, early on, we called him the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
I think Captain America really, he is a super soldier out there.
Fitch going to talk things over a little bit, settle the game down, get back on D, set up the offense, get the spacing going a little bit. They are the Twin Towers right there. 6'5", 6'4", talking things out. 6'3", Peyton Sutton. Quite the front line.
And a lot of length out there. So far, Spellman and Brennan have all 11 points for Waterford, but everybody's touched the basketball. I mean, that ball has been in all 5 of their hands. Great ball movement. And a young Fitch team, this is where you got to keep your head above water. Waterford doesn't make anything easy. Brown runs the offense for Falcons. Tries to get a screen. There's a cut and roll and a finish from Kiev Lucas.
Great set piece that time off the timeout by Fitch. Lucas at the rim finishes.
Hill, nice job interior by Brown.
Fitch picking it up here a little bit, Casey, on the defensive end and on the offensive end.
Turned up the volume a little bit. Brennan will inbound. Up high to Spellman. He's trapped. Oh, good defense by Brown with the steal. Ahead to Morales. And he walks. What a missed opportunity there.
That's a good call.
I think
right on it.
he got caught. He wanted to do the one dribble and then said, nah, I'm too close, and kind of
did a crow hop too, didn't he?
Got himself in no man's land.
Crow step. You baseball guys.
Crow hop, yeah, very good. Spellman, straightaway three. Side of the rim, no good. Tipped out and saved. And Fitch will recover. Lucas to Brown. Brown goes left, spins right, hangs in the air. Beautiful move, but can't finish. Waterford tries to run. Thrill Hill underneath, Sutton can't finish. Beautiful zip pass, though. They are owning that baseline. A timeout, Falcons. 30-second timeout. Talk it over. Coach Sylvan not happy with Sean Morales right now. He wants him to
play heads-up basketball.
You gotta
be about right.
You gotta. The value of a possession against Waterford is more than a value of a possession against most teams.
Yeah.
You are going to get limited opportunities against Waterford when they're in their straight half-court defense. So you can't give them.
Well, you don't want to give them any more scoring chances either. They're going to score the basketball in their offensive set pieces, and then when you start turning the basketball over, they usually start running, and then it's a problem.
Yeah, you got to value the basketball a little more than normal against Waterford. I like Ajaia Brown's ability to go both left and right. Makes it very difficult to defend.
Size up there at the point, too. You see the floor very well.
Gets a high screen from Morales. Now he drives. Bounce pass on the baseline, but look at the convergence of Waterford. Nice move, though, on the baseline from Seamus Greaves.
Good work by the sophomore. Greaves getting good position on the block and finishing. Fitch hanging around here. It's 11-3, now it's 11-7. 4-0 run.
Thrill Hill loses the ball in traffic. Fitch on the floor. And that's a tough spot.
Well, here's the thing you look at, too, on this trip with Kenny Hill coming down the floor. He's trying to dribble through everything. He's trying to dribble through the pressure. Waterford is at their best, Casey, when they're passing the basketball.
Spellman quickly to Hill. Brennan gets an open look. 3-ball. Ooh, in and out. Strong rebound, O'Connell. And we're going to get a foul down on Ryan O'Connell, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Again, you saw off the inbounds, 3 passes on the perimeter. Clean look from Brennan in the corner. In and out, and O'Connell cleans up in the glass, gets himself 2 free throws. I like this Waterford offense when they pass the basketball.
Zip passes down on the baseline. Jonathan Cooper will check into the ball game, and he'll give DJ Odette a break. One more for O'Connell. Knocks them both down. And Falcons hanging around. Need a basket here, though. Keep this thing close. Brown wants a screen. Gets it from Morales. That's a moving screen on Sean Morales. He got there a step late. Good call from Rich Radiccioni.
Morales going to come out of the game, talk it over, sit down next to coach.
Mike DeMoro disagrees with me, but you can't jump into the screen like he did. It's got to be set, which I don't believe he was. However, what do I know? Everything I've said today about the game has been wrong.
You tell NFA to slow it down, they speed it up.
I was 0 for 6 in the first one, so what the heck do I know? Up top, Hill Stutter steps, hangs, left hand, that's a wild shot. Strong rebound from Gabriel Roman. Up the other direction, Lucas had a layup and a great hustle play by Sutton, but Waterford's a little frustrated right now. Fitch has been kind of hanging around.
Sloppy basketball on the offensive end. They're not getting out in transition, and they're trying to dribble through the pressure too much.
Underneath, kick out. Brown. Lucas drives, hangs, floater, knocks it down.
Oh, you like that move there by number 4.
I'll tell you what,
floating in the air.
He's not chicken, that Kiev.
No.
Tough pass by Sutton. I got a shake of the head from Mike DeMora. I don't know if that's for my joke or for that pass. Wow, that's tough. When Mike DeMora doesn't like my jokes, I'm in trouble. He doesn't like the chicken Kiev joke? That's too bad. What does he know about culinary delights? Brown. Sutton's been hanging with him.
High ball screen here. Let him turn the corner.
Brown pulls up just inside the three-point line and knocks it down.
Yeah, good look there from the elbow from a Giant Brown. He has the ability to rise up and knock it down. Turns the corner, takes what the defense gives you, son.
Brennan hangs. He'll go to the line. JJ just decided that he was going to score right there.
Gonna force the issue. Yeah, it's okay. Get yourself to the line and shoot 2.
You can see it, though. First step, he said, I'm going to get to the basket one way or the other here. And, all right.
Talking about pace and tempo, and you open some of the keys to the game. 13-11 right now with 39, 40 seconds left to go in the first half, Casey. And that is playing right into Fitch's hands.
And Lashir Edwards is going to come into the ball game, another junior. A lot of youth out there for those Falcons. One constant is that Ajay Brown does not come off the floor.
And there's no, definitely. And no subs yet for Waterford as well for the first quarter.
No, you're going to see Landon.
They don't have a deep bench.
You're going to see Landon and Eckhart, and you're going to see maybe Maynard, but they really are, the Avengers really are this 5. Brown needs a cutter. Oh, beautiful step out block by Brennan. Hanging in the air and finishing, though, is Roman. So he was not shied away.
Fitch hanging around, making shots. Good ball game here.
Under 6 seconds, Hill. Brennan drives to the basket, hangs, no call, and then we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a tie-up, jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor Fitch with 1.2 seconds. We got ourselves a ball game here in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So Roman, check that. Edwards will inbound with 1.2 remaining. Brown, will he get a shot off? No, he won't. And we're at the end of one quarter, 2-point game. Come on back, second quarter action. You're watching Game Day live, day.com.
It's always stayed with me, right on through all the different ranks that I held in the police department.
There are about 1,000 unsolved murders in Connecticut.
And our department really wanted to solve this.
Case Unsolved, a new podcast from the newsroom at The Day, tells the stories of unsolved murders in Connecticut and the family, friends, and law enforcement left without resolution. Listen at caseunsolvedpodcast.com or your favorite podcast app.
The following is a presentation of...
Welcome back to the X Sports
jungle.
Doctor.
Welcome to the jungle.
That's
Here we
right
go.
now.
Right up my alley, Case.
Little Guns N' Roses circa 1989. What do you think about the Falcons getting back in this thing here?
Oh, listen, I think Fitch is, there you go, rocking out. I love it. Fitch has played pretty well. They've knocked down shots. They haven't turned the basketball over. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Waterford's got very sloppy with the basketball, a few turnovers, and they haven't made shots.
Point over at X Melendez and Juliana Padilla. They were on camera dancing. We heard X Melendez say if she could choose between being a basketball player and a dancer, she might go out. So look at her, she's rocking out right now.
That sounds good. Oh, it's great stuff.
I'd like to see Lancer Nation fill in a little bit here now. A little few more. The hot dogs here, that's all that matters. Speaking of hot dogs, Sports Doctor, did you get a chance to have any of the broccoli pizza?
I did not. No, I didn't. I passed. It's still available too, I guess, by the way, isn't it?
Well, I mean, does that count as having a salad? Brennan drives for the Lancers. We're going to get a little reach-in foul. Does that count as eating your vegetables if you get broccoli on pizza?
I would think so. I mean, I stayed away from it. I had sliced cheese back there. I had a couple of cookies. hospitality room back there, as always. Jimmy Bunicore in the league, you know, it's good.
I may have had, 1 or 4 oatmeal raisin cookies. It's hard to keep count.
Two or three.
Hard to keep back. Can't keep track of the amount of cookies you eat. Sutman, quick trigger 3. Good. Peyton Sutman with a triple.
Good clean look, Casey, off the extra pass that time for the Lancers.
Back to a 5-point lead, and Brown will Cooper swings it up to, now Brown will reset.
Brown patient up top, Casey, with the ball. Trying to beat his man off the dribble, create the mismatch, find a cutter, or get to the rim himself.
Brown gets the high screen. Goes in with the left hand. Loose underneath O'Connell with the block on Cooper. A little sloppy, and stepping on the end line was Edwards, and it'll be Lancer basketball. Still no subs in the game yet for the Lancers. Brennan. A little late there. Sutman underneath. There's O'Connell. Pump fake. Beautifully done. Got Brown in the air and finishes. Ryan O'Connell.
Hang time that time from Ajayi Brown. Stay on your feet. Go for the ball fake.
Little baseline drive. Can't finish. It's Roman. And tipped out of bounds. It'll be Waterford basketball, and we'll see our first sub of the game for Waterford. Dylan Eckert will come into the ball game. He'll replace Kenny Hill.
Rowan showed a little mettle thus far from Fitch coming in. He's taking it in, mixing it up on the baseline. He's going to find a way to finish. He grabs his seat now, but give Charlie Sylvan some good minutes over there for Fitch.
Yep, Lucas up top with Edwards. Eckert's going to run the point for Waterford. Gets a high screen from Spellman. Zip pass inside. O'Connell back out. Eckert launches a 3, short, tipped. Spellman, left hand finish, can't go. And Cooper comes out with it. Spellman on the floor. Gets it to Sutman for 3. Got it! Put on the line, but that's a deuce.
Oh, Liam Spellman that time. Well, hustle play.
Back up to a 9-point lead. Brown wants a clear out on Brennan now. Look at Spellman jumps out. Spellman's going to stay with Brown, and now they switch. Lucas. No good. O'Connell. Waterford wants to push, always looking ahead. Brennan in the corner. Eckert drives, kicks. O'Connell from the elbow. In and out. Volleyball around, and Brennan comes down with it. We're going to get a foul on the floor. I think that's going to go on Kiev Lucas.
All right, we go a 7-0 run to start the second quarter here for Waterford. Casey, and the one thing you've noticed about the Lancers too is they've picked up the energy on both ends of the floor. Tough defense, making plays on offense, extra passes.
That foul was actually on Ajayi Brown. It's his first. O'Connell will take a 3. No good. Spellman fighting for the rebound. It'll be out of bounds off a Falcon player. It'll stay Waterford ball. Liam Spellman's effort.
Spellman,
yeah, but Spellman's effort has been a full notch above everybody else's. Brennan foregoes the 3, drives, hangs, double pumps. No good. O'Connell though. Sutman for 3. Got it! And a timeout for the Falcons. Back up to a 12-point lead.
Yeah, offensive rebounds, extra passes, 3-point shots, daggers. Peyton Sutman's knocked on a couple of triples in this quarter so far. So it's little things, the 50-50 balls, the offensive rebounds, the hustle plays by Liam Spellman. The old John Wooden saying, little things make big things happen. I know you don't like that stuff, but it's little things make big things happen.
He said that.
John Wooden.
John Wooden.
Pyramid of success.
Absolutely. Great. The great John Wooden. I don't have any problems with John Wooden. All right. That was what little things were doing.
Little things make big things happen.
You know what also makes big thing happen? Big things.
Yeah, sure.
A couple of medium things. Like, do 3 medium things make a big thing happen, or does it all have to be little things?
I don't think anybody's going to confuse you with John Wooden on Saturday mornings at Colchester Rec.
I can guarantee. First of all, it's travel. We were in East
Okay,
Hampton.
I'm sorry.
We were
I
in East. And we
I
were in
stand
East,
corrected.
And we were in East Hampton today. We were on the road.
Corrected.
Up ahead, touchdown. Brennan finds a cutting. Missed opportunity, but Landon. What a great job. Waterford outrun him, but they couldn't finish. Brown with a pass and a 3-ball badly missed. Falcons recover, however. We're going to get a foul on Spellman. Waterford's making it very ugly right now. Outside of Ajaya Brown, Fitch does not really have a scoring threat.
Yeah,
they got to find someone
Lucas
else.
is on the bench right now, too, so.
They got to find a way to get somebody else to the basket. Gotta watch 5 seconds. Tip and a finish at the basket. Beautiful pass. Tip ball. Great concentration by Brown, and he knocks it down. Eckert for 3. No good. Nice box out by Greaves, and Brown will push for the Falcons. Looking for a high screen. He gets it. Now drives, hangs, can't finish. Tip, no good. From the elbow, no good. Putting it back up and in is Greaves. Yeoman's work from the sophomore.
Pounding the glass, chipping away, second chance opportunity at time for Greaves.
Brennan pulls up, no good. Tip Spellman, no good. Spellman saves it. Sutman blocked from behind. Landon blocked. It's a block party at the X. Landon pulls up baseline and drains it.
It's a great defensive set that time by the Falcons, Casey, committing the offensive rebound.
3 consecutive blocks from this game Falcon team. A Brown step back, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
That's a good call.
With the elbow, Jaya Brown push off. That's his second.
Trying to create a little space, get his open look. That was a good call out there by Rad.
Going to see our first look at Fuquan Chapman, junior guard.
The jab step, first step, and then clear out with the off arm. It's crafty, but they're going to call it.
Falcons have played 9 guys already. I mean, that's a lot, That's a big, deep rotation there. Roman hounding Eckert. So the leading scorer for the Falcons, Brown with 7 points, goes to the bench. And O'Connell will draw the foul. He'll shoot 2. No real answers down there for him either.
No, Ryan O'Connell says to keep working, Casey, keep doing his thing. Layups and trips to the free throw line are Ryan O'Connell's game. Tough motor down low. Finishes at the rim. Pretty smooth from the line.
He's got one of the ugliest pairs of sneakers I've ever seen. Looks like they're dirty.
Well,
looks like he just ran a tough mutter.
I mean, they're all right.
It looks like
What's
he just.
wrong with that?
It looks like they just. Looks like he just ran a tough mutter. Everyone's got these nice white or black sneakers on, and his are dirty.
Full court press here for Waterford. Look at the trap.
There's nice job by Spellman. Fitch had a 2-on-1. Oh, beautiful job underneath by Bodette. Up ahead though, Eckert, just like that.
The one pass, the fast break off the make. So off a made basket by Fitch, Waterford goes the length of the court with one pass to Dylan Eckert, 2 dribbles for a layup.
I mean, it's so disheartening. All that work that Fitch has to do to get a basket, and then in 1 second, in the other direction, Waterford with that zip pass. Quasim Brown into the game for the Falcons. And we're going to see Brown back into the game.
2:15 left to go here in the first half, and Jaya Brown's got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls. Don't want to pick up a cheapie going into the locker room.
Fitch has now played 10 different guys in the first half. 2 minutes remaining. Brown with the basketball. Sutman's been on him the entirety of the first half. Doesn't let him go left, but he goes left anyway. Hangs, floats, gets the shooter's done.
Oh, you like that move right there? The strong body by Brown to take a little bit of the punishment and finish. Delay a game on Fitch.
Timmy
Timmy
Veras,
yeah, with the call.
Give him the warning. It's a warning. Little pressure here by the Falcons, a little man pressure. Spellman with the three. Side iron, no good. Steal, though, from O'Connell. Underneath, and this beautiful zip pass to Spellman for two.
Oh, I like the big kids working together out there. Liam Spellman just has a nose for the basketball.
He's going to be a college basketball player for plays like that. Brown foregoes the step back.
Good on-ball defense now by Peyton Sutton.
Yeah, they got to find another look other than Brown taking Sutton to the basket.
Lucas in the corner.
Gonna get a hand check on Sutton. Waterford ball underneath. We'll get Brennan back into the ball game, along with Greaves for the Falcons.
Fitch spreading the floor and putting Lucas in the corner. Gotta find a way to get the basketball, get it moved to the rim.
Elijah Shelton, a freshman, big center for the Falcons.
The 11th player?
The 11th player of the half.
A lot of bodies.
Beautiful job on the cutter. Can't finish, though. Tipped around. Sutman with the rebound. Stolen underneath. Two Falcons. Now it's loose on the floor. It'll stay Falcon basketball. A little bit of a scrum down there.
Two-man crew tonight. We have a three-man crew with the Mohegan Sun for the final six. Mike DeMauro says yes.
Oh, steal Sutman. Tiptoe in the end line. It'll stay Waterford ball. Beautiful job.
Hey, you talked about Spellman with the length on the baseline for the inbounds pass. How about Sutman as well? Ryan O'Connell, when he's in the game, you know, can make things happen down there. The wingspan on those kids is probably 30 feet.
Down under a minute, 12-point Waterford lead. Kenny Hill looking for a high screen from O'Connell. Sutman straightaway three is good.
He's had a big-time first half. Huge. Knocking down the open looks.
Brown pushes the other direction. All the way to the basket. Can't get it to finish. Rebound. Put back by the Falcons. No good. The freshman has an opportunity. And O'Connell pulls the ball away. Up ahead. Hill. Brennan. Fakes the three. Drives. No foul. Out of the pack come the Falcons. 2-on-1. Hanging in the air. Blocked by Hill. Oh, did Kenny Hill elevate? And Brennan's a little banged up at the other end of the court. He got banged as he went to the basket. And we're going to have 10 seconds remaining in the game. There'll be Fitch ball underneath with an opportunity to cut into this 15-point Waterford lead. They go all the way up top to Ajiah Brown. Baseline, hanging in the air. Edwards couldn't get it to go down, and Waterford will have 4 seconds remaining to try to make something happen. Well, we're going to get a foul on Lashir Edwards, and that's going to put Waterford at the line. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Ryan O'Connell. 15-point lead for Waterford. Opportunity to extend to their biggest lead of the game. 1-and-1 for O'Connell. Back iron no good, but Spellman gets the rebound. And that'll be it. It's good if it goes. And we are at halftime. A big 15-point lead for Waterford, 36-21. The sports doctor will be at midcourt with Coach Bill Bassett. Sports doctor has Coach Bill Bassett. And take it away.
All right, Coach Bill Bassett. You guys got off to a bit of a flat start. What was said in between periods in the huddle?
We have to know Fitch is a team that's not going to lay down for anybody. I know our season history is a little up and down, but they're going to come in, they're going to want to beat you, so don't assume anybody's just going to lay down for us.
How do you kind of kick that transition game in the gear in the second half?
We just got to play good defense and focus on rebounding.
All right, good luck in the second half,
Thank
Coach.
you.
All right. Casey?
Thank you, Sports Doctor. Well, the winner of this ball game is going to face that group right there. There's Coach Chris Giusti, Mason Jackson, and all of the NFA Wildcats, as they already punched their ticket to the Sun, and they will be there against the winner of this ball game. Sports Doctor is going to have head coach, athletic director Jimmy Bunicor of Ledyard, and then we'll be back with our ironclad stats after the interview with Coach Bunicor. Jake Irons, of course, Plainfield High School sophomore, will be at my side. But first, we're going to send it down to the Sports Doctor. He's got Jimmy Bunicor of Ledyard High School. Sports Doctor.
ECC basketball chair and, former Ledyard football coach Jimmy Bunicor. Coach, good turnout here for the semifinals today in the ECC tournament.
Yeah, we're happy with the turnout. It's a tremendous day of basketball in the ECC. We've had some good competitive games today, and we're looking forward to Tuesday night's finals at the Mohegan Sun.
Well, that's my next thing. There's a big buzz.
Our work in terms of trying to get there. The last 2 years here at Waterford High School, they've been great hosts, but we've had to turn away hundreds of people. So this is an opportunity to give our kids a chance to compete in a bigger venue and hopefully appease all the fans that want to come out and watch the contest.
Was there any kind of kickback? Was there any residuals? Was there any negative feedback that came from either the ADs or the coaches or the schools involved?
From a league standpoint, it was unanimous. I brought it to the advisory board before I started negotiating with the Mohegan Sun. Everybody was in full favor. I informed the principals during the negotiation process, and then when it was finalized, I just let everybody know of the contractual deal that we came up with, and it's a win-win for us. It's a huge asset for us as a league, but more importantly for the student athletes and an opportunity for them to play in a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play in a huge venue such as the Mohegan Sun.
Now you've got a couple of good teams already there penciled in, so obviously Stonington and St. Bernard's, NFA will be there, and it looks like right now Waterford might find themselves into it. Talk about those four teams and what kind of fan base they can attract to the Mohegan Sun on Tuesday night.
Well, I think Waterford, everybody's, very familiar with Lancer Nation and the large following that they've had over the last few years. So we anticipate a big crowd with them. St. Bernard and Stonington, certainly kind of the rubber match. They've split their contests already this year, so hopefully that, those schools, they're smaller schools, but hopefully they'll come out in a large number. And then, of course, NFA, the largest school in our league, we hope that they can bring a few hundred students with them as well. But just, I think in general, it's a neutral site. It's a site that's kind of in the middle of all of our league member schools, so we're hoping it's more than just the four schools that are involved. We want it to be a night that the Eastern Connecticut Conference can celebrate in general.
Now this is a good basketball league in my opinion, very good basketball league. State championships on the boys and girls side. What does it say for the league, and what kind of a message does it send to the rest of the state to say that, our league championship is going to be supported at the Mohegan Sun?
Well, I think the product that our league has been putting out validated to the Mohegan Sun that this was an opportunity that maybe they should take a look at. If we weren't playing good basketball, if we weren't bringing in 1,800 people for a championship game in years prior, they would have never said yes to this. Right. So I think the product that we've put out, I think the type of league that we run, kind of lean them towards giving us this opportunity. It's a one-year deal. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully we can put on a good show Tuesday night.
Well, I'm sure game day is going to be there. Casey's going to be there. The sports doctor's going to be there. You're going to be there. I think it's going to be a wonderful event. You've coached in some big games too. So just talk about some of the coaches who are involved. Whether it's Mark Jones or Coach Luzzy and Coach Bassett. I mean, it's an opportunity to get on the floor on a big-time stage.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, when this contract came into full agreement, the run to the sun starts early for the ECC. And, for a lot of these teams, it's really a realistic piece, you know, in terms of a run to the sun. When they get to the state tournament, it's not all that realistic for some of our league member schools. So, you know, our league, you know, there was a lot of parity, I think, particularly in the Division III and IV level. So for them, when they started this league tournament earlier this week, everybody had a legit shot of going. And I think you saw the best two teams come out today in St. Bernard and Stonington, but I think everybody firmly believed they had an opportunity.
Well, listen, I'll be there Tuesday night. I know you're going to be there. Game day crew is going to be there. Casey, I don't know about you, but Coach, he's like to stick it on the field with some of these kids out there and play a little bit. Jimmy, a tremendous event, not only for the league and the teams involved, but so it's a good job for you guys putting this thing together.
Well, thanks, Keith, and I appreciate all that you and Casey and Mike do, and Peter. You know, the coverage that you provide high school athletics in southeastern Connecticut. That's a whole nother piece that goes to the type of notoriety we're getting here in eastern Connecticut. Not just us going to the Mohegan Sun, but the opportunity that our kids have to play on you know, TV, you know, per se, you know, once a week.
It's great stuff. Casey, we almost went all day long without mentioning New London High School, but you're in the London grad, Jimmy's in the London grad, so the London's in the house as well.
Proud New London grad. It's a shame they're not here tonight. They usually bring a great crowd with them, but again, it's good to see Fitch here. We're seeing some new teams getting an opportunity to play on what we call Super Saturday in the league, so hopefully we have a great second half, and we'll see a lot of people on Tuesday night.
I'll see you Tuesday night, Coach. Thanks a lot. Casey, we'll see you Tuesday night, the Mohegan Sun.
And thank you. It wouldn't be a big game unless the sports doctor referred to himself in the third person. We got ourselves some time for some ironclad stats. Jake Irons, recap the first half for us.
All right, well, thank you. Waterford has the game with a lead of 36-21, and the Lancers did not stop. Peyton Sutton led the team with 12 points. The leader in rebounding was Ryan O'Connell. He had 7 rebounds, and the person who led with assists for the Lancers was Peyton Sutton as well with 2. And then let's take a look at the Fitch Falcons. It was Isaiah Brown. He had 9 points as their leading scorer, and then leading rebounder was Seamus Reeves with 3, and the leading assist was also Isaiah Brown with 1 assist.
So, first half, we're going to keep it here right through the end of the half. First half, you mentioned Peyton Sutton, so leader in points and the leader in assists, which means with 2 assists and he's at 12 points. Yep. He's responsible for over exactly half of the Waterford points here. What stood out for you in the first half?
What stood out for me was the distribution of the ball. Like you said, every person in that first half touched that ball for Waterford. There was not one person, even though the stats may show one side, every person was contributing for that.
Now we're going to see how your observation skills are. There is 1 minute left in the half. What are you not seeing right now? Waterford's out there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Fitch. I think Coach is in there saying, all right, 36-21, let's bring it down to 10. Let's get it 36-30, hopefully, and then take a timeout and then breathe, and let's see what's going to happen.
Well, 45 seconds remaining, and the Falcons are emerging now. So they waited to hear the buzzer before they came out onto the floor with only 35 seconds. So want to thank Jake Irons, Ironclad Stats. He'll be here at the end of the game to recap the game as well. But we are just 30 seconds away from the start of half number 2, 36-21. Waterford on top. And second half action moments away. And you're, of course, watching Game Day live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill, along with the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien. Where is the doctor? He'll be getting over here shortly. There's St. Bernard's High School representing tonight. Big Nate Avery will be playing at the Mohegan Sun. Congratulations. He'll be there as we're going to start second half action. It'll be Falcons basketball as they move in their visiting red uniforms, looking a little bit like the Chicago Bulls. And Ajiah Brown, leading scorer for the Falcons, will start the offense here in the second half. Drive and a kick. Got to have a shooter. That's the one thing. If the Falcons had a shooter, that would significantly help them, because Brown can take anybody off the dribble, but someone's got to be able to shoot the basketball for him.
Get Lucas going a little bit to the rim, Casey. Let him use his athleticism. Try to manufacture some points.
I think the Falcons are a shooter away, because they got guys who can get to the basket, but there's no one there who can finish on a kick.
Yep.
They need
A driving
someone
kick to the corner for 20 feet.
Yeah, you put
Three-point shot.
You
Yeah.
put J.J. Brennan on the Falcons, and he's going to get 8 open looks a game. Brown, swing, drive to the layup, no good.
That's the other thing, too. You got to convert with good looks like that. Point blank shots to rim.
Steal on the other end as Brown hustled. Brown pushes. Lucas launches a 3, short. But the Falcons get the rebound. Morales pulls up and shoots one and knocks it down. 3 for Sean Morales. The other way, Hill hangs. Spellman keeps it alive to Sutman. And we're going to get a walk. So a little extra energy. And we're going to get a sub into the ball game. Lashir Edwards comes into the game, replacing Kiev Lucas. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout, Waterford. As you can see, right off the bat, he wants to change the intensity here. As I got to know, Fitch was going to come out punching.
Yeah, Fitch, spirited locker room speech by Coach Charlie Sylvan in there, and told these guys, we're not out of this game. This is our game. Let's keep working. Let's keep fighting. And we both can agree on it. Even Coach Bassett can agree upon. Waterford came out flat to start the game. And they got cooking a little bit in the second quarter. Peyton Sutman got hot, but they came out flat as a pancake. Fitch is not going anywhere.
Well, I do think the halftime of a deliberate keeping them in the locker room until the buzzer sounded was Coach Sylvan's way of saying, we're going to go out and play. There's not going to be anything else.
Yeah, Jaya Brown leading the way for his team. Dave Cornish, the alleged basketball coach, pointing fingers at me and telling me I told you it'd be a 12-point game in the third quarter. I said, Coach, can you promise 10? He said, I promise you 12.
Well, let's see if he can promise me 12 at the end of the third quarter, because we are a long way away from the end of this one.
All right.
And it was close to 20 not long ago. Brown drives, hangs, and we're going to get a foul. We're going to get Sutman on the reach. Now they're going to get O'Connell instead.
Ryan O'Connell calling for a clear out on Jaya Brown, saying he shoved off with his off arm. He got called for one earlier in the second quarter, but Jaya Brown he's got that good first step. He's long. He's got a little muscle on that physique too. He's grown up as a junior. He can take the hits, get to the rim, or get to the free throw line. I don't know what the whistle was. The ball was already in play.
I don't know
I
either.
don't know why. Why is there a substitution before the first free throw? A two-shot foul. You have to wait.
Usually. And they disavowed the first one, so only one for Brown.
Okay.
I'd like to see Kenny Hill take a little bit pressure off. There's Brennan all the way to the basket. That's what I wanted to see Hill do.
Yeah.
Brennan did it instead.
Yeah, a little curl move off the screen from the top of the key, Casey, and right to the rim, J.J. Brennan.
Right back the other way. Brown knocks it down.
There's the three-point shooter you've been calling for. The delivery by the junior. He played a good ball game tonight.
Brennan comes off a screen from Spellman. Zips inside Sutman. O'Connell blocked from behind by Edwards, but he got a little bit of the body, and
Edwards shocked. Edwards said it was all ball.
O'Connell will go back to the line. He's made a living at the line today. Knocks the first one down, and we'll see DJ Bedette back into the ball game. He gives a break to Seamus Greaves, sophomore for sophomore.
2/3 of that Waterford front line coming back this year. Peyton Sutton and Ryan O'Connell.
There's going to be a lot of duos in the ECC next year. The question's going to be who can make it a quartet.
What is that, 4?
Yes.
Thank you.
All the way to the basket. Edwards stripped from behind by Hill. Long pass. Brennan keeps it in for the Lancers.
And Morales can stay with Brennan too. He's got the speed. JJ's got the moves right there.
Hangs and we'll get a foul on the floor. Basket will not count.
JJ wanted the NBA continuation.
That's right.
On that one.
So you're going to get Sutman and O'Connell coming back as bigs for Waterford, but the question, of course, is going to be who the guard's going to be. And you're going to bring back a Jaya Brown with a bunch of kids here in Fitch, but the question's going to be who steps up. You got Pemberton and the other freshmen in New London, but are they going to mature? You look at
Jackson.
That's right, at NFA along with Marquez. But who's going to step? We got your duos all over the place. Who's going to be that next group? Ledyard's got a group of young kids.
Yep.
So the question's going to be who emerges. It's always fun to look ahead. Right now, though, Fitch hanging around, 12-point Waterford lead. So we're going to stay in the present. Little double screen that time. Brennan wide open. O'Connell inside it goes. Oh, how quick trigger. Spellman.
That's too easy. It's 4 passes around on the perimeter and a quick timeout by Coach Charlie Sylvan. That was 4 passes around the perimeter, a dump it on the block to Spellman, and he delivered the goods that time. That's what you want to see out of that Waterford offense right there, Casey.
Tough loss in a shootout today. The St. Louis Blues beat the Boston Bruins 2-1 in a shootout, ending the Bruins' 7-game winning streak. Tough loss that today.
Season
for the
already?
Bruins.
I
got news for you. Hockey is far more fascinating than the NBA.
I can't watch. I'm having a hard time with the NBA. I can't watch it anymore. It's tough.
I tried to watch Milwaukee and Boston the other night.
Bad, was it?
I turned it off more time. I couldn't watch it. Couldn't watch it.
Now, it's even worse when you sit down and watch a Laker game with LeBron James. And fans having a good time here tonight.
I won't do that.
Unwatchable.
I think the Leopard was getting jiggy with it.
Every time you breathe on James Harden. Foul. The All-Star game was 190 to 180.
They might as well just grab 10 fans and let them play. No one cares.
The over-under was 305. It was 370.
No one cares.
Well, I'm just telling you.
No one cares. Don't just tell me.
I think Jason Tatum with the skills.
I would rather you tell me how many boxes were in the back of your UPS truck than talk to me about the NBA All-Star.
I can send you pictures.
You have sent me
pictures. I did.
And I'd be more interested in those than I would be in the NBA All-Star.
All right. Team LeBron won, by the way.
I'm sorry, I fell asleep for a second there. What were you saying? 14-point Waterford lead. The Jaya Brown with the basketball for the Falcons. Now he'll give it over to Gabriel Roman. Roman, stutter steps, drives, pulls up, shooter's touch. I like that move by Roman.
Yeah, Roman's not afraid. He's taken it to the paint a few times and pulls up for about 8 feet instead of going all the way to the rim.
There's that first step by Kenny Hill, draws the contact. That's what I was talking about, Thrill Hill, that quick first step.
That'll be the 3rd foul on Jaya Brown, too, Casey. We'll keep an eye on that with 4:03 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Kenny Hill has done a little bit of everything for this Waterford team this year. He's been called upon to score at times, distribute at times, play some tough D. And when he keeps the rock moving, the team is much better in the offensive set and half-court side.
You know, Waterford was so good 2 years ago in Mikey Pacetto's junior year. They came up a little short, and we talked about how, what it would have looked like with him as a senior. That team was so good last year, and, with Sutman and Mazzella and Pacetto, and we said, well, they're bringing back Spellman, and they're bringing back Brennan, and the 2 kids, O'Connell and Sutman. How are they going to be? And we were just asking who was going to run the point, what was going to be the final piece. To be 22-1 is remarkable.
Yeah.
And, they didn't skip a beat from last year.
Nope.
I mean, when do you lose perhaps the most iconic player in school history and not skip a beat?
Well, I think when kids step up, and then you said when you bring in somebody like Kenny Hill who can help distribute the ball a little bit, I think it's now a tradition here. We don't want to let that next group down or the previous group down.
Jumper short, rebound loose.
34 to 35 wins. 34 to 35 games they've won. Their only loss was to who?
In that time frame was the loss to East Lyme.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Back on January 12th.
Overtime in East Lyme, and they fought that one. It took Dev Ostrowski
down by 10 in that. Down by 12 in that game.
Tev Ostrowski put the town of East Lyme, half of Salem, and some of Old Lyme onto his shoulders that night. High screen from O'Connell. Eckert, Maynard into the ball game for Waterford. Brennan drives, stripped, but he'll get the foul call. And J.J. Brennan will go to the line and shoot 2.
JJ trying to smooth hair. That's a good looking haircut too, isn't it? He keeps it.
You asked him about that. You asked him about the haircut.
Jeffries. He goes to Jeffries. That's where he goes.
That is a good look. Good look for Brennan.
He certainly doesn't waste his words, does he not?
No. Caden Maynard into the game for Waterford. First time we've seen him. Lead back up to 13, and Brennan's up to 11 points now for the Lancers.
Double digits.
I believe they will finish with 3, perhaps 4 players in double digits today. That's about as good distribution as you're going to get.
Spread out here for Roman. He'll clear out with the off arm.
Step back 3, a little wild. Brennan clears. Oh, Jets are on for JJ. Zip pass. Eckert draws. Contact. No whistles. Pushing it up the other way is Greaves. Greaves pulls up and buries the 3. Seamus Greaves.
Fitch hanging around.
And we're going to get a foul from behind on the floor.
Nickel dimer on Morales. Yeah, a little cheapy. Brennan turned the corner, took the bump.
I don't think Coach Sylvan likes that one.
5 team fouls for Fitch right now. Casey, and only 1 for Waterford. Charlie Sylvan does not like that.
In the corner, Brennan, quick trigger 3. Got it! Hey! It's JJ. Brown kicks, Greaves. Baseline, no good, gets his own miss. Blocked by O'Connell. Oh, look at the athleticism from Eckert. Maynard ahead of the pack. And there's Spellman, though they can't finish. It's crazy back and forth. Maynard with the steal. Uncontested with the finish. A block again from O'Connell. Eckert out of the pack, 1 on 4. Brennan pulls up from just inside the free throw line. Got hit, didn't get a call.
I thought he got fouled there.
A steal from Spellman.
Sloppy play, both ends, both teams. Timeout, Bill Bass. There you go. Nice job, Coach.
Leads up to 15.
Helter skelter pace.
You got to get the feeling that Waterford should be up 20 right now if they could finish. I don't know that I can remember them not finishing around the basket. Tonight has been one of their poorer jobs around the basket, and a lot of contact. I think J.J. Brennan has gotten hit a couple times, and they're letting them play.
Letting them go. Charlie Sylvan talking things over. Good look at the Fitch Falcons, a Lancer Nation on their cell phones. Who isn't these days? A little subdued crowd here tonight for Lancer Nation. I don't know. Hopefully there'll be Gio Lopez.
Gio Lopez, can't mistake him.
No.
It's a Chia Pet. That's right, Gio. I called you a Chia Pet. Instead of Chia, it's Gio.
Yeah.
Maynard will inbound for the Lancers, and he'll be in the backcourt with Eckert and Brennan. Good defense by Brown. Brennan had thoughts of it, held it back out now, minute 8. High screen from Landon. Brennan, straightaway 3, just missed, tipped around, and it'll be Falcon basketball. Just under a minute remaining here. 15-point Lancer lead. Trying to become the second of our 2 teams in the Division I to make it to the Mohegan Sun Tuesday night. The NFA Wildcats punched their ticket with a decisive victory in the first game over Woodstock Academy. Lucas drives and draws the foul on Landon. Kiev Lucas will get to the line.
Yeah, good move that time from Lucas. Hanging in the air, draws the foul. He's one of those kids that have been watching all game long. I just want him to get going a little bit, get aggressive on the offensive end. Athletic, kid can jump, he's a high flyer. I see over to my right up in the stands over here, to Casey, I see Coach Giusti from NFA. He is not left, scouting this game.
I talked to him for a little while, and I asked him,
There he is.
how'd you feel about
There's
your
socks.
I told him the socks played. I said the socks make the outfit.
Yeah.
The three-piece suit is nice, but it's the socks.
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, was that as good an effort as you've had all year? And he said, Casey, he said, we almost didn't make this game. He said, Ledyard was with us, the whole
They were
way.
trailing going into the fourth quarter. Ledyard had a 3-point lead.
He's like, we just, we found a way to close them out. He said, but, we really almost didn't belong here. We survived that one. He goes, to win a tournament, you got to survive a game. And then he goes, we played great today, so we'll see what Tuesday has in store. And he's a cutter. He doesn't get it. Oh, beautiful defense from the Falcons. Up ahead, Lucas. And no goaltending. What a block from Landon. And a foul the other direction, and Fitch is incredulous. They want to know where there was no goaltending. And get a foul.
Rad's got it. Rad's going to get a near full, too, from Charlie Sylvan.
Fuquan Chapman with a foul. And I don't know how that was not goaltending. Landon.
I see Rad. I just read Rad's lips. He said it was a good block. He said it was a good block.
The good news
you
is
see the replay
yeah.
on day.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gonna have to check that one. Save that one, Carlos. We're gonna need that replay. Eckert drives, kicks. Maynard up top to Brennan. Under 8 seconds remaining. Drive to the basket. Stripped. Out of bounds. It'll be Falcon ball with 3.5 seconds left. Brennan has really struggled getting to the basket. Falcons have done a very good job.
Yeah, a lot of hands, a lot of extra people, a lot of extra help coming at him on defense, yeah.
Brown, 3/4 court. If it's good, does it go? Basket won't count. We're at the end of 3. Fourth quarter action on the other side. You're watching Game Day Live on D.com.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I give you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on theday.com.
The NFA Wildcats have seen all they need to see. They are going to head home and get some rest because come Tuesday, they will be playing at the Mohegan Sun. Now, a moment ago, we said you can watch the highlight of that block, not block. Well, Tuesday night, in the championship games,
we'll have instant replay, won't we?
We will have instant replay as the Mohegan Sun's crew and the Game Day crew will team up to bring you the best high school basketball action you can imagine. So I might have to show up to the Sun around noon.
Yeah, get a little lunch, my friend, a little lunch.
I might have to do that.
Michael Jordan's Cafe or something like that.
I've got to get myself into game mode.
Yeah.
I'm going to have instant replay.
I will not be delivering packages on Tuesday, so I will be a day off.
I don't know how I could be expected to focus on anything. Kenny Hill. Maynard. There's a trap by the Falcons. Nicely done. We're going to get a turnover as they had Maynard.
Well, this game is stuck. It's been 50-35, I think, since the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. It's been, like I said, you have a feeling, the game kind of feels like Waterford should be up by 20 and they're up by 15.
Well, I hate to say Coach Cornish is smarter than I am, but Coach Cornish said that Falcons were just going to keep sticking around. I keep waiting for this game to get to 25, and every time I look up, it's 15 or less. Again, Coach Cornish knows more than I do. Trap, Brown breaks it, now loses it. We're going to get a shove from Landon on the baseline. It's been a tough night. Remember how we felt about Chase Anderson in the first game?
Yeah.
How NFA just made his life miserable?
Yeah.
Jaya Brown's had a lot of work in this one. Another steal from Maynard. Oh, great hands from Morales. And then Spellman with good hands. Morales for 3. Good.
There's a 3-point shot that Fitch needed to get themselves, within striking distance down by 12.
And back to 12. Maynard for 3. High arcer, no good. Out of the pack. comes Chapman up ahead to Brown, and it'll be blocked by Maynard. It'll stay Fitch basketball.
Brown frustrated. He's looking for a call down there. Taking it to the rim hard. Junior, keep working out there, Jai. Good things will happen.
And you know Coach Cornish is loving this, rather, right?
Nice. Won't leave me alone.
He just came over and said, it's 12. Yeah. If it gets to 10, we may have to kick him out. Oh, there's that inbound steal by Spellman I talked about. And Morales in the other direction, 4-on-1. Beautiful look. And the finish by Bodette. But in the other direction, Sutman. Waterford is so dangerous off the opposing make. They are one of the best teams ever, fast breaking off of a make.
And Bill Bassett's going to call timeout before those 2 free throws. Not happy with his team at all right now. Here you go. Little dance off right now. You'd be right out there, wouldn't you, Case? The fans in the stands dancing. Shot a couple of these kids. You'd be right out there with them.
I've got 4 of the ugliest men I've ever seen in my life behind me right now. Geniuses in the sporting community.
They're dancing up a storm over there.
Oh,
they got some moves right there. There you go, girls.
Up, they're shaking it. We're working.
Yeah. And LA Beach Club days right there. The Rossellini's.
I had some moves at LA Beach Club that would surprise even you, sports. Everyone's having
I've been
a good
there a
time.
couple times.
Rossellini's.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
The Pavilion.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
How about Arthur's?
Yeah, where was that place?
Where Chuck E. Cheese ended up.
That's right, yeah. Galaxy?
Yeah.
No, Galaxy.
Yeah. That's what Arthur's became.
That's right.
Lee Elsey was a bouncer at Galaxy. The great voice of freedom, Lee Elsey. Sutman will shoot 2. Not the first one
nationally
down.
syndicated now. Doing shows at night.
Big shot. I knew him when.
Yes, he did.
I knew him when he was just a lowly DJ in Willimantic, 98.3.
And a bouncer at night.
Bouncer at Galaxy. Back to a 12-point lead. Brown has the basketball for the Falcons. Quick trigger, Morales 3, back iron, no good. Ball tipped around. Spellman comes, touchdown pass to Maynard. On the bounce, finds O'Connell. Beautiful passing by the Lancers on the fast break.
Boy, they want to run one pass. They want to get up the floor quick. They want to go. They want points in transition.
I'll tell you, they look up and make the home run pass better than anybody.
Leak outs.
Hill denies Morales. Chapman, he drives to a cutting. Morales shoots the 3, in and out. Oh, strong rebound. Can't get it to follow. Can't get the finish, rather. Ball's loose on the floor. Falcons come up with it. Blocked by O'Connell. Morales drives, hangs, floater is good, and the foul, the diminutive one. Sean Morales with the basket and the harm.
Oh, he got drilled by Ryan O'Connell and said, take that. I can take it in with the guys who are 6'5", and I like the way Fitch is working right now. Morales now with 10 points for the Falcons.
They'll go to the line and try to make it 11. Cut into this 12-point lead. And he does. Jonathan Cooper will check back in the ball game. Seamus Greaves has given good work on the boards. Greaves has really battled.
Played well. But Fitch is just hanging around.
Yep. As Teddy KGB would say,
hanging around.
They must have alligator blood. Hill, in and out. Maynard. Zip pass underneath, tipped. O'Connell draws the contact, fouled hard, and he'll go to the line. Very physical out there right
chippy.
now.
It's getting a little chippy. No, I mean, Chicago Bulls, no layup rule, right? Back in the day?
Oh, yeah. Detroit Pistons said if they don't bleed, they don't score.
The Jordan rules.
Remember Bill Lambier and Rick Mahorn?
Dennis Rodman?
They had Lambier and Rodman and said
John Sally
and said, you know what? We're not tough enough. We need Rick Mahorn.
Yeah. Oh, and the Bulls figured out a way to beat them, though. They were unstoppable.
Yep, once they turned the corner, got knocked off the bad boys, it became all about Chicago. Vinnie Johnson, the microwave.
Yeah.
I never liked that Pistons team. I'm sorry.
Well, they weren't likable.
No, I just didn't like it, man.
They had Bill Lambier on their team. Most
I
unlikable guy in
rooted
the
for the
history
Knicks of
of
the
sports.
mid-'90s with Pat Riley and those Xavier McDaniels.
Oh, the X-Man.
I rooted for them more than I did the bad boys. You know, Oakley, players like that.
Sutman finds O'Connell with a finish. Another touchdown. Lancer basketball looking like Lancer football. Just like that, the lead's back to 14. Nice defense from the Lancers as they tied up Edwards. It'll stay Falcon ball. Would you agree? I'd say that Bill Lambier could be the least likable player in the history of sports.
Top 3.
I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
anybody.
top 3.
I don't know anyone. Even the people in Detroit didn't like him. Cooper. Edwards drives baseline, and he'll get a bump. Nice job by Lashir Edwards.
Yeah, I like Edwards. I like his work ethic with the basketball. Casey trying to just grind his way to the rim, head down and go. 15 foul on Waterford, so 2 more. Fitch will be in a 1-and-1.
Roman will inbound for the Falcons. Up top it goes to Morales. Brown has Hill on him now. Morales, nice touch pass out. Edwards. Morales, quick 3, short. Out of the pack comes Spellman. Coast to coast. Gets his own rebound. And Maynard controls now for Waterford.
A 14-point lead with 4 and change to go. Get a good one here if you're Waterford.
O'Connell, Maynard, high arcing 3. Back iron, no good. Tipped around underneath, and it's off of O'Connell. It'll be Falcon basketball.
Right now, at this juncture of the game, you want to see the extra pass from Waterford. Get a good look. Find the open shooter. You know, get J.J. Brennan back on the floor. Have him close this game out a little bit.
Stolen by Maynard underneath. Waterford been very active with their hands. Hill pushes. Finds Sutman. Sutman for 3. No good. Strong rebound, O'Connell. And he's fouled on the floor, but he'll shoot the 1-and-1.
That's Brown's 4th personal right there.
O'Connell will shoot the 1-and-1.
I don't think Brown's come off the floor yet tonight, has he? But
Yeah.
just the end of that second quarter there,
When
yeah.
he got his 3rd foul, yeah. He's not going to come off the floor unless he fouls out.
No.
Just like that, it's back up to a 15-point lead. Got a lane violation? Why they give him a... Oh, because he made the first one.
Yeah, it's a 1-and-1. There you go.
So you get the second one?
He does.
Oh, okay. That's how it works?
1-and-1. You make the first one, you get the second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Earlier tonight, I fell on my head. Brown. 3 ball. Back iron, no good. Strong rebound, O'Connell. Spellman looks up. Inside. Spellman pulls up, 15-footer. No good. Rebound O'Connell, and he draws the foul again.
Ryan O'Connell right now is just a man possessed out there. Getting every single offensive rebound and putting it back up. He's going to earn it from the block or the line. He doesn't care right now. Kid's working hard.
So now he's going to shoot 2?
Yes.
So that means that no matter what happens in the first one,
You'll
he
get a second
gets another one?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure I understand.
Ryan O'Connell, Liam Spellman, both with 10-plus rebounds tonight.
So they got 4 different guys with 10 or more points, 2 guys with 10 or more rebounds. Yeah. That's distributing the wealth. Leads up to 18, by the way, just like that.
Greaves has got to get back in the game. He's been scoring the basketball. He's got to be one of those guys that's got to make something happen for Charlie Sylvan.
Get some playmakers out there. I'm surprised that Lucas is not on the floor right now. Crunch time, 3 minutes to go. Waterford's played better defense here in the fourth quarter, Casey.
And Sutton's really hounding Brown now. We'll get a turnover, Waterford basketball. Fitch with mass subs. They'll send 4 new guys into the basketball game. And they need to get somebody off the floor because they can't play with 6. I think maybe that's Charlie Sylvan's strategy.
Play with 6?
Get as many guys out there as you can, and maybe no one will notice.
You would notice.
Maybe not. I didn't even know that a 1-and-1 resulted in an extra free throw.
But to Wesleyan, you would notice that.
It's true. Baseline, Sutton kicks. Maynard for 3. Good. Finally got one to go down. Caden Maynard knocks it down the triple.
Bit of a dagger right there. The lead pushes to 21 with 2.5 to go.
Brown's going to draw the foul on the floor. 2.5.
Well, we can start to look ahead, I think, right now at this juncture of the game to Tuesday night. With NFA and Waterford, and I think that'll be a pretty good ball game.
Oh, now that is as heads up a play as you're going to see. Sutton intercepts the pass, doesn't have anything to do with it. So what does he do? He just hurls it
in the backcourt.
If someone's there,
yeah,
it's a touchdown. If not, you were going to lose the ball anyway. That's such a heads up play. That's why he's my favorite. Why he's my favorite Sutton.
Well, he didn't get a T-shirt from his brother either.
Not even close. That's why he's my favorite Sutton, right there. No, not. A T-shirt would be petty. 3-on-1. Maynard finds a cutting O'Connell. Left-handed shot. Oh, the dipsy-do for 2.
He's had a great ball game tonight. Boy, his kid's got a motor on him. Played really well. Finish at the rim.
The other way, can't get it to go is Edwards. Touchdown pass. Sutton on the other end. Layup is good. Spellman. That's a kid's a baseball player. He looks like it. Lead is all the way up to 25, just like that. Where's Coach Cornish now? And the clock ticking, 1.5 remaining. Waterford will punch their ticket to the Mohegan Sun, where they'll play NFA. And we'll see what Coach Giusti can draw up. 3-ball from from Sutton, no good.
There's Dave Cornish right behind us, Ledyard coach. He'll be there Tuesday night, I'm sure. Give out the EC. I mean, it's going to be done well. The All-Star Awards and the certificates and all that stuff. The ECC All-Stars, and they'll be recognized. And I think it's going to be a great night on Tuesday.
Well, we got to get the fans there. That's the most important part. You heard Jimmy Bunicor say it's a 1-year deal. If people don't show, that's not going to happen again. So get there Tuesday night. Beautiful look underneath. Oh, Liam, lovely.
I am for 2. I'm going to get out of here after the post game. Let you wrap things up. But I will say this: I am charged for Tuesday night, and I'd like to think, in some sort of way, shape, or form, that game day has raised the awareness of high school sports where we get that many people there.
Well, St. Bernard, Stonington, Waterford, NFA, it's a lot of communities. Let's get you there to the Sun on Tuesday night. Let's get a lot of fans into that stadium, and let's have ourselves a great championship game between the Wildcats and the Lancers.
Fitch is going to hold things out. Casey, I'm going to run down to the post game and fly. I will see you on Tuesday night, my friend.
Liam Kane and Stanley Maynard going to check into the ball game for the Lancers, it looks like, as the clock's ticking down. Looks like they're going to let the clock run down. 20 seconds remaining. The Falcons are going to let the clock run out. 14 seconds remaining in the game. I'm going to just let this speak for itself. There's your ball game. The Waterford High School Lancers will advance to the finals of the ECC Division I Boys Tournament Tuesday night at the Mohegan Sun with a 70-43 win over the Fitch Falcons. Game day, of course, will have all the action Tuesday night live from Mohegan Sun. The Division II ball game between the number 1 St. Bernard Saints and the number 2 Stonington Bears in a rematch of the 1-1 contest. So that'll be the rubber match of that 3. And then, of course, on the other side, the number 1 ranked Waterford Lancers will play the NFA Wildcats. Sports Doctor will be down on the sideline right now. He'll be down with Coach Bassett and a happy group of Lancers as they are on to yet another championship game. Sports Doctor, whenever you are ready.
Well, the return trip to the Mohegan Sun Tuesday night, Coach Bassett, but this time it's not for a state championship, but it's for an ECC title. Talk about the process what took you guys to get to Tuesday night.
These guys have to just continue to work hard every time. All these games, when you get through the regular season, you put yourself in a good place, number 1 seed, but you have to continue to play the games, continue to beat teams that are in front of you.
This was a tough game for you guys tonight. You got off to a slow start. Was it some of the style and some of the different fight that Fitch brought, or was it you guys maybe kind of sleeping a little bit?
Fitch always plays. They always switch up things, and we played them twice already. They switched up what they did. We have to adapt.
Yeah, big people up front were a big reason for tonight's victory. Liam Spellman tonight, huge game, a little bit of everything out there. What did it take to figure things out against that tough Fitch team?
Oh, well, they played their hearts out. We beat them twice in the regular season, so we knew that they weren't going to give us anything easy. So we had to me and him trying to work work hard on the boards. That's what we did.
Ryan, you know what? Offensive glass, that's where you made your mark tonight. You've been making a living down there all year long. You're going to have to bring that Tuesday against a tough NFA team.
Yeah, for sure. We got to bring the same energy we brought tonight because we know it's going to be a tougher game, bigger atmosphere, and I know we can do it.
All right, Coach, listen, talk about the process. You talk about some of the goals you guys set at the beginning of the year. Was this one of the goals to at least put yourself in a position to defend the title?
Anytime you have a title, you always want to defend it. So we have the ECC championship. We want to be there to defend our title.
Hey, Casey, you know what's better than 1 trip to the Mohegan Sun? How about 2? Maybe the Waterford Lancers this year. Bill, we'll see you on Tuesday night. Great job tonight here. We'll see you guys at the Mohegan Sun. Case.
Congratulations to the Waterford Lancers and to Coach Bill Bassett. They'll be back to the Sun. Before we wrap it up here tonight, we bring in Jake Irons once again. Ironclad Stats. What's the Keller's final stats for the game tonight?
All right, guys. So the Waterford Lancers had a great game, and Ryan O'Connell led the team with 17 points, and the leader on the boards was Liam Spellman and Ryan O'Connell with 11 rebounds. And then Peyton Sutman was distributing the ball with 5 assists. And then let's turn it over to the Falcons. It was Isaiah Brown with 15 points. Then Seamus Greaves with 5 rebounds. And then Isaiah Brown with 2 assists.
So you mentioned that there were 4 different Waterford players in double figures with points, and there were 2 guys with double-digit rebounds as well. So a lot of the ball going all over the place for Lancers.
Exactly, and it was a lot of volleyball too. Like there was a good chance for a lot more rebounds, but it was always getting tipped up in the air, as you saw during the broadcast.
Well, we want to thank you for coming in, Ironclad Stats. You're going to join us Tuesday night at the Mohegan Sun. You ready to rock?
I'm excited.
Get you on the big court. So Tuesday night, join us. We'll have both the Division II and the Division I game. Game 1, St. Bernard's and Stonington. Game 2, Waterford and NFA. And for Sports Dr. Keith O'Brien, Jake Irons, Mike DeMauro, Carlos, thank you very much. Tim, Connor, all the guys. We want to say good night, everybody, and thank you very much for watching Game Day.